or give me a call at 1-800-CALL-MO. Mo DeWitt, Office, Orlando.
This summer, escape to a place where history echoes through the streets, where epic beaches embrace breathtaking sunrises, and days are filled with adventures. From the historic charm of Old St. Augustine to 42 miles of scenic coastline in Ponte Vedra and the beaches, every moment brings a perfect blend of exhilaration and rejuvenation. Start your summer getaway now at floridashistoriccoast.com.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers.
You are now listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Monday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate that, as we do every single day, and we do have a good program for you this afternoon. We'll get you caught up on what's happening in the world. Deb does that around 3:20 with JCS News. 4 o'clock hour, it's just us. Stuff to talk about. We'll do some trivia in the 5 o'clock hour, and then 6 o'clock is loaded up with sports and our buddy Ray Trindley from TK Law. Plus, you heard it here first. Your calls, texts, and talkbacks all day long. Welcome to the show. I'm Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Miss Deb Roberts.
Hello there.
Straight ahead, producer Jack Bradshaw.
Good afternoon.
407-916-1041. That's how you text us. You could or call us, text us easily at 77031. Find us on social, Facebook, Instagram, at The Jim Colbert Show. On X, just add Jim Colbert Show, and all day, every day at JimColbertLive.com. That's where you can find us on YouTube. Get involved with our question of the day. If you'd like to send a talk back, you could do that as well. Grab the iHeartRadio app. Go to Real Radio and use that microphone to send your comment over to Jack, and we'll get you on the air in absolutely no time at all.
Turn you into a superstar.
Yeah, superstar. Right around the corner. How you guys doing today?
Hanging in there.
Yeah, Monday.
Mondays
are busy. Monday. Be a little bit of a cooler week this week weather-wise,
Yeah.
from what I understand. It's going to be a little overcast, some rainy and cooler weather. I don't think it is supposed to hit 90 all week this week, which is a great reprieve from the heat and humidity.
Are you ready to go out on a limb yet? Or no, not yet?
Not even.
No?
Man, I won't even consider.
No last blast?
I won't even consider first blast. I won't even consider the first blast until probably late October, November. That's when we can get used to at least having even a little tiny bit of nip in the air in the morning.
Yeah. If you're lucky.
Yeah.
How are you doing? Because you had a kind of rough morning, and I don't know. I can't speak for Jack.
Well, hold on.
But I was on pins and needles.
Okay, well, so this was a really odd weekend for us. It really was. When is the last time that you never even put on underwear for the day?
What?
Sunday was
when I was in Hito?
Sunday was the laziest day I have probably had the entire year.
Really?
You were naked all day?
I walked outside once, and I don't think my wife put on underwear the entire day. We literally rolled out of bed, took that package to the couch, and then laid our fat asses on that couch, and then took that package right back to bed. Later that evening, I was actually supposed to play golf Sunday morning. I texted my good friend Tim around 3:30 that very morning and said, "Yo, dog, not gonna make it." I've had a couple, and went out Saturday night to the comedy show, and then afterwards went to downtown Mount Dora and just got absolutely busted up.
Handlebar is a good place, right?
So much fun, man. We had a blast. We really did. Thanks for everybody coming out to the comedy show this past Saturday night. A lot of fun, meeting some fine people. who listen to the shows, the whole station, really. There are fans of each show for sure, but you find that the larger group is like a fan of the entire station.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, each unique show gives you a unique perspective of what we do here, but I find that most people really do kind of like the entire station, and it was kind of cool seeing everybody out that night.
It was cool. 'Cause,
Yeah.
there are a lot of options for entertainment in Central Florida.
Oh, yeah, there are.
So to come and join and hang out with us for a while was good to see everyone.
Tons of fun. And then we went downtown, and then, oh, man, did Magical Dining that night at 1921 in Mount Dora, which you should go. The menu's great. Enjoy the potato and leek soup, which was wonderful. My friend, I think, had stuffed quail. I had the pork chop. By the way, I'm going to give you a little heads up on the 1921 Magical Dining menu. You ready?
Yeah.
The pork chop that they give you for the Magical Dining is the same one that's on the menu for like $42. So if you want a great deal, now it is one of the $60 menus.
Right.
But my God, man, for what you get, it was crazy. We had a really nice time. Restaurant was packed. And then, of course, just like we tell everybody when we go downtown Mount Dora, we went out to eat and went over there to hang out. And then went back down to Mount Dora after that to the one place that's open past 10 o'clock.
Yeah.
Did you guys have fun? Everything good? What'd you guys do afterwards, Jack? Did you slide out, do anything, or go to the house?
Got in the car, got home.
Yeah, you just went home?
Yeah, buddy.
How about you? Same thing?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. No. I did not adhere to that.
Well, I had to stay with Chris as, lock up the theater, that kind of thing.
Still a really good time.
Yeah.
And then Sunday, I'd never miss a tea time. I mean, I never do. And I was supposed to play at 6:46 that Sunday morning. And really, to be honest with you, we hadn't.
You look forward to that?
We hadn't.
Like on a Sunday, being there at 6:40.
It's getting a little tiresome, if I'm being honest.
I mean, that means you got to get up at 5:30 in the morning on a Sunday.
What it really means is it's not the getting up early to go play. What it does is it kind of it dampens what you can do that evening before, because obviously you don't want to be out drinking until 12 or 1, let's say 3:30 in the morning,
right?
To have to wake up 2 hours later and then go be in the heat with, let's say, 8 or 10 drinks in you from the night before. Not good.
No,
that is not going to be good. So we bypassed that scenario and did not get to play golf this weekend. But other than that, had a great weekend.
Yeah, you didn't wear any underwear yesterday. Man,
I got to tell you, when is the last time you guys did that? The last time that you guys just
always put on underwear, Jim.
I don't.
I mean, completely gelled. Did not leave your house. All you did, not one thing accomplished the entire day other than eating.
I can't. That gives me anxiety.
Oh, man. It does me usually. But, buddy, let me tell you, I slid right into that role Sunday morning, man. It was great.
Yeah.
I think last weekend I didn't make my bed on Sunday.
Oh, really?
Maybe.
No.
I get a couple hours into that. It's like, I got to do something productive.
Yeah,
man. I did not. I feel. Whoa.
Do you really?
Yeah,
really?
I got to tell you. Usually I'm with you, but this was one day of the year. I mean, what is it? Middle of August, and we did the one time where we just did not move almost the entire day.
Well, you were hungover as well.
Oh yeah. I forgot, Jay. Thanks for reminding me. I appreciate that. We got a bunch of stuff to talk about today. The one thing I did want to kind of throw out there first, because I'm not really sure how you take calls or opinions on this. Did you guys happen to see the? Do you know who Rampage Jackson is?
I read the story on the wire. I did not see the video.
Don't watch the video.
Really, that bad?
I do not know who this person is.
Do not watch the video.
Is it a former UFC fighter?
So Rampage Jackson. Jack, did you see the
kind of a cool name?
Did you see the remake of the
Roadhouse movie?
No.
Damn it.
A-Team.
Did not see that either.
You didn't see the A-Team movie. It had Bradley Cooper in it.
Did not.
Had Liam Neeson in it. Rampage Jackson played Mr. T's role, which is BK Barnabas or whatever it is.
Yeah. Okay.
Mr. T, right? Everybody just knew him as Mr. T. But he played that role in the movie The A-Team.
Okay.
He's a former MMA fighter.
MMA.
I'm sorry?
No, I thought he was UFC, but he's MMA.
Yeah, former MMA fighter. He had an okay career. It didn't really go anywhere special, obviously, because we don't know him as an MMA player. We know him as an actor, really. And I don't know what he's really done since that movie, which was a few years back. But he has a son that's also an MMA fighter. And I don't think he's even that successful. I think his son's name is Raja.
Yes.
Raga. Well, Raja, I guess, was dipping his toe into the world of wrestling this past weekend. And during a match, he was sitting ringside, and this whole match was, of course, like all wrestling is. It was all worked out beforehand. He jumps in the ring. This guy that he's fighting is, I think, a former a former Marine or military member who decided to do this just as a hobby to kind of get into it. This guy's a giant. And this guy, Raja, jumps in, and you think it's just going to be a regular match. But he picks him up, throws him on the ground. It knocks him out. Like when he hits the ground, the wrestling move actually kind of knocks him unconscious because he hits his head so hard.
And that was... Okay,
not by design. This was
but him picking up.
All of that was supposed to be by design, from what I understand.
But then getting knocked out, then that's what it.
Then the guy jumps on top of his chest while he's unconscious and starts beating him in his face, open-handed. It looked like a movie, like one to the other, like a monkey punching him.
Why?
While he's unconscious. Turns out earlier in the day, while outside, while they're all kind of working everything out, this big guy walks up to Raja, and he has like a bottle of water, like one of those pods or whatever, and he smacks it on his head, right? And that guy just thought he was kind of, from what I understand, just thought he was working at the bit beforehand, right? And this guy, Raja, he looked pretty mad. The other guy was, hey, this is how it goes in this wrestling thing. We're just kind of doing this. He was cool, and then when he got into the ring is when he was going to get his retribution for what happened before.
Okay.
What he did was unconscionable. This guy literally sat on top of an unconscious man,
right,
and beat him senselessly. And when you watch the video, it actually is very difficult to watch.
He's in stable but critical care.
Yeah. And
Psycho Stu.
I don't know how Raja isn't in jail. The only thing I can think is because of the wrestling take. They have to kind of find out how far the wrestling take was going before they start filing charges. But as I understood it, the guy Raja was sitting ringside, and as he got up to jump in the ring to do this, he actually made a comment to his stream because he was streaming it live at the time, as if he was going to get him back live on the stream, and he did. I mean, the video was unbelievable to watch.
Well, the Los Angeles Police Department is investigating, so he's not out scot-free yet.
I didn't say he was out, but that guy should be locked up right now. Like, that guy should be in jail right now. I mean, I just cannot understand how somebody could beat somebody senselessly like that while they're unconscious. He could not defend himself. He knocked the guy out, then started beating him up. And the guy is still out. Now, they are going to investigate. This guy, no question, is going to get arrested. No question he's going to jail. These are felonious movements. And if the guy winds up having a severe disability because of this beating, it's even going to get worse. But, man, it is awful. And if you haven't a chance to see it, I'm telling you, I'm warning you before you watch that video, but we may drop on that a little bit later today, plus some other stuff we have to talk about as well. What do you have for news there, Deb?
Well, we're going to talk about the Coast Guard offloading an historic drug haul. A Central Florida congressman proposes the creation of a new national park in Florida, and a rare basketball card sold for a record. We'll tell you how much and more coming up next during JCS News.
You got it. All right, 407-916-1041. That's how you call us. Text us easily at 77031. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Two right lanes are blocked on Maitland Boulevard westbound at Magnolia Homes Road. There's a crash off to the shoulder on the Greenway northbound near that World Center Drive. Exit getting cleared up there. Rainy conditions might be affecting your ride. Expect reduced visibility and slippery roadways in some areas. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by OUC.
OUC is proud to be known as the reliable one. Based on the most recent PSC data from Florida's investor-owned utilities, OUC ranked #1 in the state for reliability. Your power, our priority. Learn more at ouc.com/reliability.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. Download a free home buyer's guide at thenicklygroup.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for Paul Davis Restoration. Look, man, when disaster strikes your home or business and you need more than just a quick fix, you need that team that can do it right for you every single time. That's Paul Davis Restoration. From storm to water damage, fire, smoke, mold, these guys are ready 24/7 every day to get your life back on track. They will dry it up, clean it up, repair it, restore it, fast, professionally, every step of the way. Call Paul Davis Restoration, serving all of Central Florida at 407-629-6700. When things go wrong, Paul Davis does what's right.
I'm Patrick. I was injured in a motorcycle accident. I hired one of the lawyers I heard all the time on the radio. He told me the only insurance I could recover was $10,000. Then I called attorney Glenn Klausman. With Glenn Klausman as my attorney, less than a month later, I had a check for a whole lot more money. Car, truck, or motorcycle accident? Call Glenn Klausman at Klausman Law. That's KLAUSMAN law.com. Office Winter Park.
Eye Candy Energy Drink. The official drink of the summer is here in 3 delicious flavors: original, sugar-free, and sugar-free cotton candy. All the kick, all the flavor, no aftertaste. Grab an ice-cold can of Eye Candy Energy Drink and taste the sweet life. Get yours at select locations and always online at eyecandyenergydrink.com. Eye Candy Energy Drink.
If you're the victim of a car crash, never rush to settle with the insurance company, and never settle for just any attorney. Demand Anajar and Levine. Focus on getting better and let us take care of everything else. Our experienced team will get you the maximum compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation. And take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Premier Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To restore your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
When you've been in a crash and your mind's racing.
When you've fallen in a store and are blaming yourself.
When you've been hurt at work and you don't know what to do.
Or if you've been the victim of a medical mistake, we've got you.
We've got what it takes to prove a case that the insurance companies can't ignore.
With decades of experience and a track record of winning for our clients.
Farah and Farah, Orlando.
Planning a trip to Orlando? Don't forget to visit Cocoa Beach, Orlando's closest beach. With its legendary beach vibes, sunny shores, and entertainment options, Cocoa Beach is a must-see on your to-do list. Ride the waves, stroll the iconic pier, watch a beautiful sunset, or just kick back with your toes in the sand. Add a little salt water to your Sunshine State adventure at Cocoa Beach, Orlando's closest beach. Learn more at legendarycocobeach.com. That's legendarycocobeach.com.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
You hear that? That's Mike sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. That's because Mike was smart this time. He took ZzzQuil Ultra to fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs. So now he wakes up refreshed and ready to conquer Mondays.
Let's do this Monday.
ZzzQuil Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Why are TSA rules so confusing?
You got a hoodie on, take it off!
I'm Manny.
I'm Noah. This is Devin.
And we're best friends and journalists with a new podcast called No Such Thing, where we get to the bottom of questions like that. Why are you screaming at me? I can't expect what to do. Now, if the rule was the same, go off on me. I deserve it.
Lock him up.
Listen to No Such Thing on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search No Such Thing to start listening.
GMC Sierra trucks in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Good afternoon, Colbert crew.
Hi.
Hey, Jim, when you're describing a black man straddling a white guy and punching him, you can't describe it as a monkey beating on him.
I didn't say that, buddy.
Those things we don't do in 2025.
I didn't say that, and I can do
Have a good day, guys.
whatever I feel like in 2025. What I said was he was monkey punching him. That's a common way of punching back and forth like that. As if your hands are up and they're half and half, and you're just going back and forth. That's the term. No one said anything else. Jesus H, man. You're looking to be triggered. Is that what it is? You're just looking for it? Get out of here. God damn.
Monday.
People just looking for something to be mad about. God almighty damn, dude. God almighty. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. To his credit, 2 other people text the show, and I told them the same thing. It's an old term. It had nothing to do with him being black, white, indifferent. Doesn't matter one bit at all. Jesus H, man. I'm Jim. There's Jack, and Deb has your news. Let's get it.
Do
It's time for
Great way to start off the day there. Getting accused of being a racist. That's always fun.
Does this guy got to put his name on everything?
It's in my contract, dude.
Here's the news on The Jim Colbert Show.
And JCS News is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. A record-breaking haul is being brought on shore at Port Everglades. Rear Admiral Adam Shammy says more than 76,000 pounds of cocaine and marijuana are worth more than $473 million, but that's not all.
The 61,740 pounds of cocaine represent 23 million potentially lethal doses. That's enough to fatally overdose the entire population of the state of Florida.
The 11 vessels interdicted at sea took place during the Coast Guard cutter Hamilton's 2-month mission in the Eastern Pacific Ocean and Caribbean Sea. Prosecutors claim Venezuelan crime gangs are responsible for many of the interdicted vessels. All right, the controversial Alligator Alcatraz Detention Center in the Everglades is facing its 3rd major legal challenge. Immigrants' rights groups led by the ACLU,
led by UCF.
Oh, yeah.
The band department, super pissed.
UCF. Argue the state lacks legal authority to detain people under federal immigration law and is violating basic human rights. The suit was filed Friday in Florida's Middle District. It alleges detainees face extraordinary hardships, including being held without charges, denied bond hearings, excluded from official tracking systems, and cut off from legal representation and court access. The lawsuit seeks an emergency court order to stop detentions at the facility and asks the judge to formally declare Florida has no legal authority to operate it. Millions of people are showing support for the illegal immigrant truck driver involved in a deadly crash. Harjinder Singh is accused of making an illegal U-turn in a tractor trailer on the Florida Turnpike in St. Lucie County 2 weeks ago. That led to a crash with a minivan who couldn't stop in time, in which 3 people were killed. Singh was in court Saturday and was denied bond. Several people have submitted Change.org petitions in support of Singh. One petition has collected, how many do you think? How many signatures? This is in support of this guy who made an illegal U-turn, and it ended up costing 3 people their lives.
I saw this number, I think, and I do not understand this at all, by the way, but I haven't really read into it. Is it a bunch?
Jack, do you want to take a guess? Because Jimmy thinks he knows the number. Jimmy probably does know the number. I heard the beginning of it.
1 million.
2.5 million signatures. That's just one petition on Change.org.
1.6 is the last number I saw.
Yeah.
And
the petition is to do what?
I guess just to support him. I don't understand.
Have you seen the video of him making the U-turn? There's actually a cam, like a dash video, where you can see the van actually hitting. His truck was completely across the entire hallway.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he blocked the highway.
What's to support?
I don't understand it. I was like, well, he made an illegal U-turn. I don't know if it's because of the lieutenant governor flying to California to bring him back.
Yeah, but he was an immigrant. He got a CDL license in California.
Right.
Was driving on the road in Florida where this happened.
And now not only are they going after Singh, they're also going after the company that he worked for. Now, at least one petition has been started in response. It calls for those who support Singh to be deported. So far, that has collected over 18,000 signatures. In the meantime, Attorney General James Uthmeier says another illegal migrant was just arrested driving a commercial vehicle in Bay County and is now under an ICE hold as a result of that recent triple fatal wreck involving an undocumented big rig driver on the turnpike. Uthmeier says the state is setting up checkpoints and pullover lanes along the northern border.
To ensure that people driving with these CDL licenses are equipped to do so, for making sure that people who do not speak English do not have these licenses and are not driving large commercial vehicles.
Agriculture law enforcement has 24 interdiction stations that will be equipped with X-ray technology along the northern border. Pullover lanes, like I said, are also being installed. Closer to home, there's an effort to turn sports courts in Leesburg into housing for homeless individuals.
All right.
Little bit of pushback for this. The proposal calls for turning shuffleboard courts into a site for tiny homes for teenagers who've aged out of foster care.
Okay.
A lot of pushback. A lot of people in the community are like, oh.
Okay. I guess, are people just saying, well, if they're adults, why can't they get a job and
or
and
why
kind
are
of support
shuffleboard
themselves?
courts?
Right, yeah. I mean,
now, community members are invited to attend a meeting tonight at the Veterans Center that is set for 5:30 p.m.
Yeah.
All right, a crosswalk in Orlando continues to draw a lot of attention. FDOT crews yesterday painted over that crosswalk that had been painted in rainbow colors for the Pulse shooting victims in 2017. This is the second time FDOT covered the crosswalk with black paint. It was painted over the first time last week, and residents went out on Thursday to redo the rainbow colors using chalk. Rain washed the chalk away, though, so supporters painted rainbow colors on the pavement on Saturday. Yeah. After FDOT crews undid that yesterday with more black paint as some tried to redraw the rainbow colors with chalk again.
Yeah. I don't understand why they have to keep painting it black. Can't they just hit it with a pressure washer? It's chalk, right?
The second time they painted it.
They painted it.
It was paint.
Yeah.
You got to be careful there because then you're
defacing,
you're vandalizing public property.
And that's why Orlando police and Florida Highway Patrol troopers stood by and watched, but no one was arrested. Those who want to see the rainbow colors brought back say they'll keep protesting the state's efforts to remove it.
Well, let's just do something else. Get out of the street, okay?
Exactly.
The state won. They have the Department of Transportation. Whether we went through all the proper channels, the city wants it. The state wants to make these decisions, and they have the right to do that. So you want to get even, put up rainbows everywhere else.
Right.
Everywhere you legally can, you put those up. But just this back and forth is just...
Well, it's not just here. Protests are planned tonight in Fort Lauderdale and Wilton Manors at Rainbow Crosswalk, slated to be painted over by the Florida Department of Transportation. Organizer Eric Swanson, also known as drag queen Miss Bouvier, says they want to send a message to the state that the LGBTQ plus community cannot be erased.
When they removed the Pulse crosswalk, I think it struck a deeper fear in communities like St. Pete, Key West, and us included.
The state ordered the rainbow paint to be removed, saying roads are meant for safety, not political messages. And one more on this. The mayor of St. Petersburg is ending their battle over Rainbow Street art. Mayor Ken Welch says the city tried to get an exemption from the demand that the city remove, quote, political ideologies, end quote, from the streets, arguing that they actually improve safety. But Welch says the city just has simply too much to lose in terms of state funding of roads.
As a mayor of our city, I will not risk these essential investments in a fight that I don't believe we can win.
Yeah, Welch says the city relented in order to keep millions in state and federal transportation funding. Keep in mind, Delray Beach, we had talked about earlier, were thinking about keeping their rainbow sidewalk, but they were looking at losing $60 million. He says the Florida Department of Transportation will paint over the murals by September 4th. Now, Mayor Welch urges residents not to break the law or block intersections. In addition to the LGBTQ themes, the street art also includes a Black History Matters mural and a USF themed crosswalk at the St. Pete campus. All right, today marks a somber anniversary in Jacksonville. It was 2 years ago that 3 black people were killed in a racially motivated shooting at a Dollar General. City officials gathered yesterday at Kings Road Memorial Park to unveil memorials to the victims and survivors. Plaques were placed on 3 trees in tribute to Angela Carr, A.J. LaGuerre Jr., and Gerald Gallion. Also, there's a new bench dedicated to those who survived the shooting. City Council member Jacoby Pittman tells Newsjax 4 these tributes show a solidarity that let the family know we won't forget. All right, this is a crazy story. A child remains hospitalized in critical condition after a truly freak accident in Sarasota County.
Okay.
The sheriff's office says the child was playing last night near a culvert when there was a water main break. The water flow was so strong that the child wound up being swept into the drainage system.
Oh, my goodness.
And was carried 100 yards.
Jesus.
100 yards through the drainage system.
What a nightmare.
What a nightmare. Just by playing near a culvert. Who would think that a water main is going to break at that moment?
Wow.
Police continue to investigate the incident, and as of this morning, Sarasota County crews were still repairing the damaged roadway.
Jeez Louise.
Isn't that's like...
That would be crazy.
That would, as a parent? I mean,
I've heard other stories about people getting washed into drain, and that like I can't even hear the story.
I know,
like the idea of being washed into a sewer system and just being there.
Exactly.
Like what's next?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Gators. I mean, what else? All right. A Central Florida congressman has introduced a bill that, if passed, would set the process in motion for the creation of the country's 64th national park. Under Republican Randy Fine's bill, the Florida Springs National Park would consist of the Ocala National Forest, along with Alexander, Juniper, and Silver Springs.
Yellowstone is preserved because they have the greatest concentration of geysers in the world. Well, we have the greatest concentration of springs. And for that reason, we thought that they should be protected.
I like this idea. Fine says designating the forest and springs as a national park would drive tourism, increase environmental protections, and make federal funding available. The bill has been referred to the House's Natural Resources Committee.
It's interesting. I wonder why it's important to have them all wrapped up into one particular thing, because they're already, it's the Ocala National Forest. These are I mean, that's a national forest. I know the parks are state parks. Is that what he wants to do? Is it just to get federal protection for those areas?
It's for the springs.
And federal funding just for the springs?
Because he said, they have geysers at Yellowstone, but no other state has these natural springs like the state of Florida.
That's true.
And if we give them national park status, then we can better protect them.
Interesting. Yeah, we are the freshwater cave diving capital of the world.
Yeah, I mean, we're one big sponge, basically. All right.
And that came from Randy Fine?
And that came from Randy Fine.
That human piece of garbage actually did something good.
No, he's fine.
No, he's not.
Get it? Fine.
I got that.
Stick with me here.
All right. A vote today could address parking concerns in Seminole County. The Sanford City Commission is going to meet to discuss buying land at 2nd Street and Magnolia Street. The city would then use the land for a public parking lot. Apparently, some visitors had for years been parking in a nearby private lot for free, but the owner recently started having cars towed with little warning. Imagine you go to Sanford for a fun night out on the town. Been there so many times before. Never
park here all the time.
Park here, exactly. Never had a problem. No signs. Nothing warning you. And the next thing you know, you come out and you're now looking at a $150 bill just to get your car back.
And you have to be careful in these little cities that have like limited parking, Mount Dora, wherever it is. You got to make sure there's no signage. And the thing is, too, everybody expects the sign to be like right there at the parking space. But in some of these places, it's the lot itself has a sign. Like when you enter, it says, hey, if you're parking in there and you ain't supposed to be here, we can tow your car.
And that's apparently what's been happening in Sanford.
So
he tells Channel 9 he was facing a liability issue after the city refused to let him put a fence around that lot so that people wouldn't be confused. So now they're going to hopefully see if they can actually buy it themselves. All right, gas prices are lower across Florida. The current statewide average is $2.92 per gallon, down from $3.07 a week ago, $3.14 last month, and $3.29 this time last year. So we're doing all right.
Yeah.
AAA says prices are falling as summer travel winds down, but warns they could rebound heading into the Labor Day weekend. The agency is urging drivers to enjoy the dip while it lasts.
I paid the lowest I've paid all year this past weekend, $2.79 a gallon.
Whoa, where'd you get that?
Out there in Lake County, buddy, at that racetrack right there.
Really?
Oh yeah, $2.79. I actually thought they made a mistake. Because I looked down and it said $2.79. I'm like, I'm pumping fast.
No kidding.
I tell you, I just put it in my truck. I actually just filled it in my bed.
Yeah. And it all came out because you have no tailgate.
No tailgate, exactly.
I had 3 Yetis. I filled those up.
You beat the price. I paid Costco yesterday $2.82.
Damn,
Whoa.
really? $2.79. I'm not lying. That's not an
Look
exaggeration.
at that.
100%.
He beat you at the gas
Beat you at your own game.
You should drive more and go get some more.
Take that, Costco. Sons of bitches.
AAA does note prices remain well below last year's average of $3.30, and they're actually saying that Labor Day travel this year not expected to really break any records. Kind of soft on that.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. And then finally, this is a payoff of a story that we'd covered before, a one-of-a-kind Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant basketball card that was expected to sell for more than $6 million, broke all expectations over the weekend, going for a record this amount of money at auction. Did you see the story?
I did see the story. I didn't see the final amount, but I do know this. Kobe Bryant isn't signing anything else.
Right.
Right. And I believe this is a relatively rare card. To have his signature and Jordan's on the same card would be unbelievably rare. Maybe one of the only ones out there in the world. So, I mean, it started at 6. I guess it's got to be at least like 9 to maybe 10 million.
All right, Jack, what's your thought?
What do you say? 9 to 10, 10.1.
He shot you. It sold for a record $12.9
almost $13 million.
I am like on fire in this.
Yeah, you are, buddy. And this one time you've tried, you're on fire.
The card is from the 2007 to 2008 Upper Deck Exquisite Collection, and like Jimmy said, features autographs from both basketball legends next to different NBA logo patches. The final winning bid was placed on Saturday, which would have been Bryant's 47th birthday.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it's so funny. It's so cool to see stories about him, the way that you see him like on social. You see a lot of stuff about Larry Bird and some of the old guys, and now guys are starting to kind of do those same videos about Kobe. And I saw one the other day. He said told Kobe he wanted to play him one-on-one or something, and Kobe beat the complete piss out of him. But the fun story about it was, he goes, I never met anybody who slept thinking about killing. He goes, just every time you were around Kobe Bryant, if he was having coffee or pastries or throwing his kids in the air, all he thought about was winning, and winning at the highest level at all times. He was a stone cold, and that's why he's the Mamba, like an emotionless killer when it came to basketball. And he said that was the only thing he ever thought about. There was no joking when it came to playing basketball. If you were on the court with him, there was no half-stepping. Even if it was for $1, he would play as hard as if it was for the NBA championship.
Kind of like if you're on the golf course with Tiger Woods.
Oh, yeah.
And wasn't that similar to Michael Jordan as well?
Jordan was exactly the same guy.
Yeah,
That's why
he created stories to hate his opponent, to motivate him.
Yes, exactly.
Really?
Oh, yeah. These guys were a complete. Like when people ask the LeBron thing, I'm like, LeBron would be pretty far down there on my list. I take Kobe. It's Michael Kobe for me. Kobe was, in my opinion, is the second best player that ever lived. He was just, the guy just hated losing more than anything, and you could feel it on him on the court. He just hated it, and he demanded the most of the people around him, just like Jordan.
Well, it only makes sense then that both Jordan,
so good,
and Kobe would get 12.9 for their basketball card. And that concludes your JCS News.
All right, 407-916-1041. You can always text us at 77031. Got a question for you guys next.
This weekend, Real Radio 104.1 smells like the 90s. Classic alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hi there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. Well, we're going to see periodic showers and even some storms throughout the day today. unlike typical August afternoons, a lot of the rain could happen during the morning hours and then continue into the early afternoon, especially south of Orlando. The high today, 89 degrees. It'll be a muggy one. And this pattern will continue for much of the week, although it may be a bit drier Wednesday. Then we're back to the likely storm chances for the weekend. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Labor Day at Lowe's means buy one, get one free select interior paint via Visa gift card rebate. Plus, shop 2 for $8 select 2.5 or 3-quart mums. Valid through 9/3 mums offer in-store only. Selection varies by location. Terms and restrictions apply. See Lowe's.com/rebates for details.
Insurance companies often play tough, offering you the bare minimum for your injuries. But why settle for less? With me, Mo DeWitt, your Orlando injury attorney, you pay nothing unless we win. Don't let the insurance companies push you around. Injured on the go, just call Mo.
Hey, what's up? Russ Rollins here. Teddy Morris's Daytona Harley-Davidson has your $89 oil change to get you all geared up and ready for Triketoberfest and Biketoberfest. Monsters in the Morning will be broadcasting all the live action on Thursday, October the 16th. That's Triketoberfest and Biketoberfest at Teddy Morris's Daytona Harley-Davidson. Let's ride, y'all.
Summer's winding down, and we know you want to enjoy what's left of it. But before you celebrate this Labor Day weekend, plan ahead and know all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead, designate a sober driver or catch a ride service. And if you are the designated sober driver, commit to staying sober. Celebrate responsibly and remember to drive sober or get pulled over. This message brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
Worried about market losses? If headlines are keeping you up at night, it's time to take control. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and I know you've worked hard to save. But in times like these, what if can turn into what now? If you're planning to retire or are in retirement, you need a strategy that helps protect your future. At Trajan Wealth, you can capture market gains, protect your account from losses, and guarantee income for life. Right now, you could receive a bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10% for retirement income. You heard me right. An upfront bonus of up to 30% or annual growth of up to 10%, all guaranteed to boost your lifetime income in retirement. Don't leave your future to chance. Plan with confidence. Call Trajan Wealth today at 407-213-0000. 407-213-0000.
Annuity guarantees are based on the claims paying ability of the issuing insurance company, DBA, in most states as Trajan Wealth Insurance Solutions.
Law and Order Criminal Justice System is back. In Season 2, we're turning our focus to a threat that hides in plain sight.
There's been a bombing at the TWA terminal. Just a chaotic scene.
That's harder to predict and even harder to stop.
That's why terrorism works. It doesn't care who you are.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Law and Order Criminal Justice System, and start listening now.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
Tools Ace Hardware is now carrying Steel zero-turn mowers. Steel, already recognized as one of the top brands in outdoor power equipment, and now they're offering the best in zero-turn mowers. From homeowner to professional, Steel has the perfect zero-turn mower for your landscaping needs. Get 0% financing plus instant rebates on select Steel mowers. And don't forget, Tools Ace Hardware has trained technicians in their stores to service and repair your Steel equipment. Steel zero-turn mowers are available at 11 Tools Ace Hardware locations that sell Steel outdoor power equipment. Tools Ace, your local helpful place.
Get tickets now for the Pirates and Parrots Festival on Saturday, August 30th at Elizabeth Evans Park in Mount Dora. The party begins at noon with tailgating, food trucks, island drinks, vendors, VIP seating, and live music from the ultimate Jimmy Buffett tribute band, the Land Sharks, bringing Margaritaville to life. It's a day of music, fun, and a good cause supporting local heroes. Tickets and more information at piratesandparrotsfestival.com. Keep the party going on August 30th in Mount Dora. Sponsored by Phillips Buick GMC.
Live radio, trusted DJs, breaking news, live play-by-play, endless music, and podcasts just for you. It's the free iHeartRadio app. Radio your way. Join the millions who already have it. Download the free iHeartRadio app, the #1 app for radio.
My perfect day has sand, salt water, and friends. But my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can take me out of the moment. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, most people saw 90% clearer skin, and many were even 100% plaque-free at 4 months. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Eye Candy Energy Drink. Taste the sweet life.
Miss part of the show? The Jim Colbert Show on demand. Available on the free iHeartRadio app.
Move aside and let the man go through. Let the man go through.
Jimmy, I've been a fan of yours since the early 90s.
I'm going to help you out.
I even stopped making catfish jokes on the gym members page because I'm a big fan. But, Jimmy, how can you start a week off talking about no underwear? It's the last thing you want to think about. We love you, man, but, yeah, we don't want to think about you and not wearing underwear.
Oh, thank you, buddy. I appreciate it.
Good afternoon, JCS crew. First off, Jack is definitely right. Randy Fine is a awful human being. Second,
anti-Semitic.
Jim, I'm thoroughly ashamed of you, man. You started freeballing and became hella racist, you know? You know what it is? That daggone Terpenado sugar, bro. Do it to you every time. It's like Ambien. You start with one, next thing you know, start using the N-word.
Well, I have to tell you, because here's the thing. I don't like being wrong, but when I am wrong, I will admit it. And I went back and listened to the first segment, and I did say that. I said punching like a monkey. What I meant to say was monkey punching, because monkey punching when I was a kid meant that exact thing. You got on top of somebody, you got your arms like in a like you're showing your
half circle,
and you basically just went back and forth like the guy did. But I put the letter A in there, and that's exactly what I did. So I didn't mean that, but I do apologize to the gentleman I yelled at because that was unnecessary and I was wrong. So there you go. It's that simple. I feel better about myself.
You should.
He makes mistakes all the time. He called me out. A couple people in the Texan service said it, so I'll go back and listen. Saw it, and I was like, yeah, I did say that. That's not exactly what I meant. I did say that, though, and I didn't mean to call those people a bad name because that's exactly what happened. So it does happen, and yeah, man. Well, I'm sorry for yelling that. I'm not sorry for the comment because I didn't mean it in that manner because that's a term that we used as kids all the time.
There we go. I got to change it now.
There you go. Very good.
I keep notes of the show. I had Jim apologizes.
No, I'm apologizing.
Now I'm going to add sort of after it. Jim apologizes sort of.
All right, welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Kinda.
Hey, let me ask you guys a quick question before I get more racist. Are you better off than your parents? I saw a story today, and it said it said one of the ways that they kind of judged how their life was going is if they could look at their life at the time when they could remember their parents' life. Do you understand what I'm saying about that? Like, do you remember how your life was or how your mom and dad's life was when you were like maybe 16, 17, 18? Did you remember like kind of stepping away and looking at your parents' life and saying, okay, they're doing this, they're doing this, they're doing this? And do you think your life at the same point was easier or harder? Did your parents have it better?
No, it was harder.
Your life was harder?
No, theirs
was harder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Working 5-6 days a week, mom a loan officer, dad a realtor.
Yeah.
And this is selling homes with interest rates like 16 to 18%. But I just remember always working.
Yeah. My mom was a single mom raising 7 kids.
Yeah. Always working.
So your life for now, obviously, you think you're better off than your parents at the same time of your life?
Yes.
I think so too. As a matter of fact, I started to think about it, and I was like, I don't know that I couldn't think of anybody in my immediate circle that was worse off than their mom and dad were at that time in their life. And I wonder how prevalent that is. Like people listening to the show right now, are you better off than your mom and dad were at the same time of your life?
That's always been the dream, that your kids would have more opportunity and be better off than you. And I think it was the economy collapse of 2008 into 2009 when they started projecting that might not be we kind of took it for granted.
Right.
Where moving forward, that might not necessarily be the case.
Yeah.
And you look at just like right now, the average age or median age for first time home ownership has moved back to like 37. It used to be 30.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's just much later in life. People are being able to start this process of generational wealth.
More kids living at home now than ever before. So I never went back home. So I didn't have that experience of living back home ever. So I would say that any parent out there that has a kid living with them in their 20s, whatever the case may be, they would have a difficult time saying whether or not they were better off than that. But I don't know is better off subjective? Or are there parameters that you would consider that would fit every better off scenario? Do you own your own home? Do you have a job that makes you have medical coverage, you have a little money in the bank type thing?
Does better off mean happier? How about that?
Yeah, I mean, that's why I say subjective, Jack, because I think that's important to say. When my kids looked at my wife and I as they were young, they're going to see two people who literally killed themselves working, trying to provide for the family. And I don't know that I would want that for my kids. Matter of fact, I've told them before, I would never wish the schedule I worked to get here on any one of you. I don't care at what level you want to, at what income level you want to be at. The things that had to be sacrificed and the time that we had to give to do that, when you look back on it, certainly was not worth it.
And I think especially for younger people, kids in their 20s and younger, the whole housing, the uncertainty about being able to secure housing that doesn't require roommates. And then the whole career trajectory with AI is so up in the air. It's hard to say, when I'm my parents' age, I'm going to retire and, plan to travel, because the world is just changing too quick.
Yeah.
It's hard to make plans when you don't know where stuff is going to go.
Yeah, my parents never traveled. I got to tell you, I don't know that my mom left the state more than 4 times her entire life. Like, that's legit. I don't know that my uncle ever left the county more than maybe 4 or 5 times.
Wow.
That's crazy, but it's true. And we just didn't think about vacation like that. It wasn't like that. That's like we were talking about the thing the other day about, how can you tell when a family that you knew had money the idea of a vacation would have been enough. That just going to Six Flags would have been you're loaded. You don't. There's no other way to say it. If you could take your entire family to Six Flags for the day, you were way beyond what we ever thought was even doable.
For us, travel also meant seeing family. It's the only time I got to see my grandparents, my uncles, my aunts, my cousins was, 2 continents and 2 connecting flights. And,
I didn't have that. Everybody lived in the same county for the most part on my mom's side, but on my dad's side, they lived elsewhere, but it was still relatively achievable. Like Jackson, Mississippi, that's it,
That's a fun vacation.
Yeah, no, it's not. Jackson's horrible. Horrible. Just like one of the worst places ever. I'm not kidding. It's terrible.
Really?
Oh, you've never seen anything like it. Abject poverty everywhere. It's just terrible. The climate is awful. There's no industry there. Or, I think they're starting some now. There's some aerospace stuff in Bama, I think, moving in that way. But, it wasn't that good. Health is terrible. Income's terrible. Poverty level is high. Education's one of the lowest. I think overall health of the state is the lowest in the U.S. I think parameters-wise, I think Mississippi is pretty much in the bottom percentile of almost every single metric when it comes to having a good life.
And, speaking of that, Jack, with your mom raising 7 kids as a single mom, you probably didn't get to do a lot of vacations as kids either.
We did not. Our biggest one, I remember right before my dad died, they asked us, hey, do you guys want to go on a trip to Florida, or would you rather have a pool? And they asked us, and I think we voted pool because we would have that every year.
Right, yeah.
Then, shortly thereafter, we got a pool. My dad died. Then we all went to Florida. So I have a feeling it might be some, insurance money involved with that, and a kind of a way to, for my mom to kind of
make the kids feel a little bit happier.
Give them something special. So that was Christmas of 75 into 76. I was at the Days Inn in Kissimmee on 192.
Wow, man.
Yeah. So that was the first vacation I remember. Outside of that, it was like day camp. We had like the pool that you would go to, or we'd go to our cousins, and they were in Connecticut. It was only an hour away, but that was Connecticut, and we'd all just drive by that Dairy Queen saying, please, can we stop?
Oh, my God almighty. Oh, man. It would be Dairy Queen, or when we lived in West Virginia, it was Burger Chef.
Yeah.
I want to stop at the Burger Chef and get a terrible burger and a shake.
Ours was A&W.
Yeah.
We had 7 kids. They had 8, our cousins. Our first cousins. They were 8 kids in that family.
Dude, I remember when I was like in the 5th grade, I remember going to Wendy's was the biggest deal ever. Like going to Wendy's was it might as well have been the French Laundry. It was like going to the best restaurant. I didn't even know there were other restaurants. I thought Wendy's was the apex of eating out.
For us, that was Ponderosa.
Oh yeah. Well, oh my God. Well, for me, you know what it was back in the day for us. Come on, man. If you were a kid and you lived in this state and your parents took you to this restaurant,
Chuck E. Cheese?
No. I mean, you
Cece's Pizza.
No. If you went to this restaurant, you asked 2 questions: who died, or who is turning 50, or it had to be something out of bounds to go to this restaurant. It was the ultimate nice restaurant for us back in the day.
Kobe Steakhouse?
No, we couldn't do that.
Olive Garden.
Red Lobster, baby.
Oh,
there you go.
If you were in Putnam County and you drove somewhere to go to a Red Lobster, you had to put on a suit. Like you had to get your best suit out to go to Red Lobster. We didn't F around with that. It was considered the height of dining when I was growing up. That's when you knew it was the most special time ever.
For us going out to eat, it was the Rustler Steakhouse.
Oh yeah.
Did you have those here?
No, we didn't have a Rustler's
so
here.
It was like you go through the line.
Yeah.
And you get your little your number. Then you go sit down. Then they'd bring you your food. That was a steakhouse. Oh.
Yeah, see, I think they did that with Golden Corral here for a while, and then they also was another one of those kind of family steakhouse things that had that very same thing. You would order your steak. I'll take the sirloin medium rare.
Oh, no.
And the baked potato, and you get your tray.
You haven't lived till you've been to a supper club in the Midwest with fried chicken made by good Christian women.
Oh, really?
Oh,
yeah.
They're supper clubs. They're long tables with metal chairs, and it's just platter after platter of fried chicken, green beans,
I think the
homemade mashed potatoes. You guys don't do supper clubs.
No. I think the closest thing we had to that here was like Holiday House.
Yeah.
Yeah,
kind
it
of
would be
that.
like a buffet kind of thing where you could get carved roast beef. Another big deal.
Yeah.
Like if it was like somebody's birthday, you'd go to Holiday House because they had roast beef.
We still use that for holiday. We still use that for celebrations. Go to Holiday House.
Beef was the height of, we've made it.
Yeah.
Like we made it. We got beef. Like nobody even considered lobster a thing back then. If you were having beef, you had hit the lottery. Yeah, that's it. That's all that mattered.
Yeah, we grew up without the knowledge of what seafood was.
Oh, yeah.
I've said it before, fish sticks.
Yeah,
that was the extent of it.
Right, yeah.
And that was during Lent on Fridays, macaroni and cheese and fish sticks.
Oh, my mom would get that perch, that fried frozen perch, and she'd fry it, and I hated it more than anything. She put some blue cheese on it. I'm like, are you from this planet?
Oh, perch. That's a good fish.
Blue cheese on fish?
My mom growing up would be like, lobster again?
Really?
Well, because they grew up on an island. So when you had a steak, man.
Didn't they used to feed that to prisoners because it was so abundant nobody ate it?
Yeah.
Water bugs.
Now it's
right?
What's it like?
The cockroach of the sea.
$35 an ounce now. You go get a lobster roll, and it's got like 4 ounces of lobster, like $29 for a sandwich. I know it's like 4 bites.
The price of lobster rolls are so shocking.
It is,
but I had one once.
It's pretty good.
Damn, they're
damn good. Yeah.
Very good.
All right, back in a sec.
Smell that? It's almost football season. Hear the Tampa Bay Buccaneers all season here on Real Radio 104.1, courtesy of Renewal by Anderson, official partner of the Tampa Bay Bucks.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
You're going to get caught up in some slowdowns heading over St. John's River Bridge due to an accident on I-4 eastbound before Saxon Boulevard. The right lane's blocked. Your typical delays are piling up on the major roadways. The roadways are wet out there, so travel with caution. Look out for emergency crews clearing up an accident where Maitland Boulevard meets Magnolia Homes Road. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Mattress Firm. Need better sleep? This Labor Day weekend, upgrade to premium sleep at Mattress Firm's best sale of the year. Let their sleep experts match you with the perfect bed. and get the rest you deserve. They make sleep easy. Shop Mattress Firm's best sale of the year.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at FAS Exteriors. Man, these guys are awesome, installing windows and doors in a couple of my homes here in Central Florida over the years, and just nailing it every single time. Incredible choice of products, incredible installation. Matter of fact, their expert team of window and door installers will make your entire project seamless from measurement all the way down to that final inspection. And they've been doing this since 2005. There's no question FAS has earned their spot in Orlando as the top-rated window and door expert. So with that in mind, upgrade your home today with the team that delivers excellence. Simply visit FASWD.com and trust the leader in windows and doors.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news. We offer HELOCs and home equity lines of credit with scores as low as 640. Find out if you're qualified today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
It's the summer clearance event at Greenway Kia, and we're racing to sell 500 new Kias. Every new Kia is clearance priced with savings up to $18,000 off MSRP, with 0% financing now available. We've got one of the area's largest Kia inventories, and we'll make deals other dealers won't. Our friendly, non-commissioned team is here to help. If you're shopping for a new Kia, visit GreenwayKias.com. I'm Joe Rossi, and we want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Example stock TG004814. Negative equity refinanced expires 9/7/25.
Daytona Beverages and Bud Light celebrate our local heroes. We continue to meet sacrifice with hope for America's first responders and military families with our Folds of Honor Local Heroes Challenge. A portion of proceeds from every Bud Light sold this summer will be donated locally to Folds of Honor to fund scholarships for military and first responder families. Look for festive Bud Light summer displays at your favorite retailers. Purchase Bud Light and raise one for our heroes this summer. Daytona Beverages is locally owned and operated out of Volusia County.
Big down payments. Thousands down. We interviewed the victims. Tell us what happened, ma'am.
Well, I says to myself, go to RC Hill Mitsubishi, into land. Every vehicle's just one dime down.
And then?
I ended up at some other dealer.
Why?
They had a trade payoff event.
Let me guess. You had to put $4,000 down.
Yeah, $4,000.
Next time, go to RC Hill Mitsubishi. Right, RC?
That's right. It's a crime to pay more than a dime. One dime down.
But I still owe thousands on my trade.
It's okay. We accept any trade, even if you still owe thousands.
With only one dime down.
Get a new Outlander SUV. It's under 30 grand, has all the toys, and you don't have to worry about your engine for life.
Plus 0% financing for 60 months.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime.
Now at RC Hill Mitsubishi.
Into land, just 2 miles off I-4. RCHill.com. Dime down, $535 a month, 72 months at 6% APR, plus tax tag title to qualified buyers.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning, now using AI.
My AC stopped working.
Here's a random penguin fact.
No, I need cold air now.
Penguins mate for life.
I should have called Frank Gay.
Would you like to mate for life?
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When your home's air conditioning breaks down, you can count on our repairs to work for you for the long haul. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Are you tired of squinting at screens or maybe fumbling for readers? You know, for over 35 years, Central Floridians have trusted the Filatowski Eye Institute. With more than 225,000 vision correction procedures performed. Stop struggling. Start seeing clearly. It changed my son's life, and it can change yours as well. Simply call 800 Eye Exam and see what you've been missing. That's 800 Eye Exam. The Filatowski Eye Institute. Trusted, local, life-changing.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. From car accidents to personal injury cases, Mo has you covered. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free, new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
How-do-do, Colbert crew. Oh. No beer cracked. Clinky, clinky of ice, though. You know who? Your favorite teabag in the Willows of Duval. That's right. Today we raise a drink to Whiskey Sour Day. That's why there's no beer crack. Gotta love a whiskey sour. Yeah, I love whiskey. Have a good show, y'all.
Is that
Thank you,
a
buddy.
spray paint in the background?
That was his drink because he didn't have a beer crack because it's Whiskey Sour Day, so he was drinking one.
My buddy had a Manhattan this weekend.
I haven't had a whiskey sour in forever.
Yeah, I was going to say, my buddy had a Manhattan this weekend. I had an old fashioned at 1921, and I asked what the difference was. I guess it's orange or cherry is what makes the difference.
Apparently, black Manhattans are like all the rage
Easy.
right now.
Yeah. What's in them?
I'm not sure exactly of the ingredients. I was just interested in hearing the name Manhattan and drinks again. That's an old school drink, kind of like an old fashioned.
An old Tom Collins, like all those whiskey sours, all those classic,
vodka gimlet.
All right, 407-916-1041. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show here on Real Radio. I'm Jim. Deb is here as well.
Hello.
Along with Jack.
Yeah.
And, every other Monday, we invite this gentleman to come in and give us a little movie update, a little movie review. You guys give it up for Bam!
Hey!
They forgot about me. They left me outside.
I did. I forgot about you, dude.
I'm banging on the door. He's like, "What?
A lot of
It's
things.
Monday?
A lot of
Okay.
things happening here on the show, and I don't know from schedule, what's going on. We just had to move Jaden's segment to Fridays because of his schedule, and we had to talk last week. I didn't know how, if this schedule's going to work for you either. So my apologies for
Oh,
that.
you're fine,
How you doing today, buddy? You all
I'm
right?
doing pretty good. Yeah.
How's your week been?
Been very busy. Piled up at the last second. I was at the weekend concert last night. We're out there for like a little pop up, and then I went to the show.
How was that, by the way?
It was phenomenal.
I saw a video from it, and I saw the last 4 minutes as he was doing his last bit. And my man had some lasers and fire happening.
Apparently, we got there a little bit late, so we saw like an hour and 40 minutes of the show. But apparently, he was singing the whole time. Never took a break. The entire stadium was full. This is the first time I've ever been in the camping grounds, not at like a school event, like for like marching band or something.
Yeah.
And being in the very, very, very tip top of the rafters was very nerve wracking. I'm afraid of heights. I know I'm 6'2", but yeah, I'm a big baby when it comes to heights.
So he filled the Camping World Stadium that's
filled.
60,000.
Yeah, buddy, I do not understand that. I got to tell you, that's one artist I can say for sure that has airmailed me. I do not understand or get The Weeknd at all. I do not get it.
Oh, I love The Weeknd.
Well, I mean, the music, you hear the music,
Yeah.
it's catchy.
Yeah, but I
get
don't
that, right?
I mean, it's kind of catchy. He's got a couple songs that are all right,
you
but I
also
mean, selling out football stadiums,
Yeah.
okay? No, it didn't hit me like that.
You have to with The Weeknd, his newer music now, you can give it to anybody, but like when you grew up with him and everything and knowing his story, like he was homeless in Miami, and then one fateful weekend, he's like, I'm turning my life around. Started making music. He made House of Balloons. And the rest is history.
Yeah, and
I did not know that.
Yeah.
I think he's actually helped other artists as well. It has other songs written and performed by other artists as well.
Yeah,
but
big
man,
time.
he didn't hit me as a stadium act. I thought maybe
that's what I said, too.
a Kia Center act. I mean, maybe he didn't
People
hit me
didn't think he was a Super Bowl halftime act.
Yeah.
was
And people
amazing,
still
too.
don't.
Still don't. I do not believe that. No.
But I do have some unfortunate news with the busy weekend. I did not have a chance to go see Weapons. It is a 2-hour film.
Yeah.
I have a 2-hour rule. If I don't have time for 2 hours, I
Got
can't
it.
see it. But I did have a great idea. I am off tomorrow, Tuesday, whatever the date is, and then Sunday, August 31st. Maybe some Real Radio listeners want to come out to like an Amway or a Regal and do an impromptu movie review together.
All right, very
You know,
nice.
something fun like that. Yeah.
It's so funny. My daughter saw Weapons this past weekend, and we've been hyping it up. I don't know. All I hear is how incredible it is, and how you can never predict what's going to happen, and how it's just like a mind scramble. And my daughter sends me she sends me this text. She goes, "Oh, by the way, Weapons sucked."
Oh my
God.
Second bad review I've ever heard.
Don't go watch it. It was a total snore fest for the first hour and 15 minutes. Did not get it. Blah, blah.
No.
And I'm like, and I text her back. I said, you are legit the only person that I've heard that said that this movie was no good. Everybody else said it's amazing or just
crazy.
unique enough to at least enjoy in some way, shape, or form.
That is amazing. I now really have to see this because that is the second bad review I've ever heard of Weapons. Everyone else has been giving it 5 stars, 4 stars, 10 out of 10. Like,
yeah, I was just trying to see exactly what she said here. She Because she said she goes, by the way, Weapon sucks, not super scary and more like a comedy in some aspects. Very, very slow burn. And it's funny because as soon as she said that, I looked at my wife and I said, I legit read a review from Stephen King not even an hour and a half ago, and he said it was terrifying. He said it was very scary. Stephen King, the guy who writes scary books.
Yes.
Well, we know Bam. I mean, he's got something scarier.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, becoming a first-time dad.
Yeah, we got the big monster coming to town, the baby.
Yeah.
The big monster.
Which is probably why people are so scared of the Weapons movie. It's not only like
don't give it up now.
It's what it says on the thing. Like 38 kids were missing, and now people are dying. So it's like on top of kids killing people, you also have a movie about kids, and people don't want to have kids. It's too much money. It's too much problems. Too much time.
It is, man.
You know
It's expensive.
Like I've been learning a lot, like going through the motions, everything, like how babies react to sound. Like,
Sure, yeah.
They can hear you now. Like whenever I come home, she either freaks out and goes crazy, starts doing backflips, or she calms down,
Right, yeah.
and like relaxes.
Do you talk to the baby in the womb? Do
Yeah,
you like
every
right?
day.
Are you supposed to read stories to the baby, or maybe play music?
Yeah.
What kind of music would you play your baby?
Everything.
Yeah,
The Weeknd.
Everything.
Yeah.
Something
Hey,
like- She was blinding lights. Either she was very scared, or she was. This is my favorite song in the world. 'Cause
Right, yeah.
apparently she was kicking and screaming the whole time.
I'm interested to see or hear what kind of advice you've gotten from friends and family. And is the advice you're getting from friends way different from family? And are you getting advice from friends who also don't have kids?
So I'm getting advice from the world, honestly. A lot of people just tell me things like, you know, oh, you got to make sure you're, you know, keeping everything in order and stuff. You know, the whole keep your finances up, keep the house together, keep yourself sane, blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, I understand that. Not trying to fully equate it to an animal just yet. I'm telling you, I'm doing the math. But I understand it to a degree. It's like, yeah, I have to make sure, like, a baby going hungry is not like me going hungry. I can be hungry for an hour or two. My baby cannot be hungry for an hour.
Well,
or
I mean,
two.
you'll know it.
You know,
I mean,
stuff
you're,
like that
you're
too,
going
yeah.
to know if the baby's hungry. It's not
Right.
like you. You're like, oh, damn, I'm a little hungry. This baby will scream at the top of its
exactly.
lungs until it
So-
gets fed, and it's not going to stop until you shake it real nice.
Yeah. So, and then
one quick one, we'll do it.
Bam, that's a joke.
No,
that is
I-
a joke. Right.
That was another thing I learned. I heard about that in high school, and I'm like, so like I can't like my baby,
No,
and
you
then I
can't, yeah.
saw,
Yeah.
and I'm like, okay, so people are actually wild in the world.
Yeah.
But anyway, so
Well, it's very annoying. I got to tell you, we sit here, we're joking about it, but if you have a baby and your baby is lucky enough to be colicky or have colic,
My nephew is colicky.
you will never experience anything like that. That's as close as you'll ever become to being tortured.
as long
Yeah,
as
sleep deprivation.
That is Guantanamo Bay kind of stuff, dude.
Yeah.
I'm not kidding. You have no idea. The baby will not stop.
As
And they're the
long-
one with the earache.
Right.
as long as the baby's cry is in a nice pitch or tone,
It's not going to be that. We're
I
trying to
will
help
be
you.
fine. As long as it's not, I pray every day, no blood curdling screams,
But that's all it's going to
no
be.
peanut allergy.
That's all. Yeah. You don't want the allergies. That's
no
for sure.
peanut allergy. I would.
That
hey.
you got to remember, that's designed to get fed.
Yes.
You understand? It's not going to be a cute scream where you can go, "Oh, that's so adorable." I'll
Yeah.
ignore that for another hour because it's so soothing. That is meant to bring you to your feet and
like,
take some action.
Literally, yeah.
Right.
In our YouTube chat, by the way, you can watch the show on YouTube. Search Jim Colbert Show, and they have a question for Bam. Why is he wearing a lab coat?
Because I am now a PhD in babyology. I got a PhD
Babyology?
20 minutes ago online. That's why I came to spread the knowledge on all the baby facts I learned.
Guys, isn't he cute?
They don't have kneecaps when they're born.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I didn't know
it's
that.
Like, it's like they have a knee.
Well, how's the mom going to make
sleeve.
him pay?
I'm dead. They have a knee sleeve, and then what I'm learning is there's an enzyme in the knee that materializes into the bone on top of the cartilage, and the cartilage just disintegrates away with the kneecap.
Mm-hmm.
Something like that. I didn't go to the pediatric side of the website. I just
Right.
did the 5-minute course.
Right.
So, going
Yeah.
with what I got.
The 5-minute course gets this coat. The other one, you actually have your name on it, so people can identify
But that
you.
was $25.99. This one was free with the first time membership. So
Also, a couple heads up here for you from a dude. I got 4 of them, so I'll give you a couple heads up.
You gave birth to 4?
I didn't
He
give birth to any of them.
He still hasn't lost
Can
the
I tell
extra
you?
weight.
Yeah.
Barely around for most of their life, but either way.
He got 30 seconds and a good night's sleep.
Right. When your babies start teething, keep your hand out of their mouth because
Yes.
they do not understand the idea of pressure.
Oh, yeah.
They will bite your finger off and they'll think it's a hoot.
Listen,
All right.
I live by this this God sent chew toy. I call them chew toys. The Ellie the giraffe, the perfect. They can't choke on it. They can't stab themselves. Blah blah blah.
Tiny bit of dip of the finger in the whiskey onto the gums when they start teething. Not bad either. And they get a taste for alcohol young, which is a big positive because then they start buying. All right. Those are very, and then
Don't
another.
forget, I'm Puerto Rican, Jamaican.
Right.
They're gonna have a sip or two.
And their head is not in one piece.
Hypothetically,
their head is not in one piece when they're born. So you're gonna have this
Yes.
weird thing at the top, and you get when you're rubbing their head, it's kind of freaky, dude, because it feels like you can open them up like a melon.
I'm not.
And you can. There's a soft spot.
That
Do
is
you know
that
about
is
the
my
soft spot?
biggest fear.
It's weird.
So I have very large hands, and I'm a very goofy guy.
Yeah.
And I'm very scared of missshaping my daughter's head, so she has she looks like the Ozarks or something.
You don't want that Zika head.
Like,
yeah, you don't
I
want
her
that.
to have a perfect I might give her like that, that Nigerian Ethiopian look. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I'm trying to figure out like some hydroponic holding thing so I can I just want like natural until it's hard and formed and I won't.
Just put her in your hair. It'll be like a nest.
That too.
She'll be fine.
But then she might get stuck.
Yeah, Bird will bring her something to eat.
A little bit of advice from the listeners texting us at 77031. Bam, only advice I can give is don't blink, and you can never take too many pictures.
Yes.
And someone else texted and said, and when they become a toddler, silence means trouble.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That is 1,000% true. If you don't hear your kid, it is not good.
Nope.
Cowbell.
Cowbell's a great answer.
Now, you guys got to remember, I still am a 90s baby. So we had, older guys in my household, my parents and everything. So we were big on pictures. We have books and books and books. We still have rolls that are not developed because we don't have enough money to go to Kinko's and just we gotta get these So I still have a whole bunch of old vintage cameras to get that nice grainy film.
He called it vintage.
So I have a Sony or a Fuji from '99.
Oh.
My dad.
Don't you dare come in here and say that.
Dig it.
Do not walk in here with your young ass and say, vintage from '99. Don't do that.
I'm 28.
I understand, dude, and I hate every second of it.
In all aspects, from legal to philosophical.
Yeah.
I'm a young man. I'm a grown man now. And that's the other thing, though. That's another thing. I know you guys love me. I know you guys think I'm this cute little goofy dude just running around and everything. But that's the other aspect. Like, I am now a man. I have a baby on the way. I didn't order it from Amazon. I made this baby.
You did make this baby.
I
Tell
put
us
my
more
left
about that.
elbow into the side. At least 45 minutes.
Now, do you just out of curiosity? I don't mean to get gross here.
Excellent. 45 minutes. Lucky lady.
Where were you? Do you remember? Because one of the things of parenthood where you really embarrass your kid is you tell your kid where they were conceived.
I remember.
Yeah, you remember where it happened.
I remember.
Was it in a
I don't
vehicle?
mean to get controversial.
Okay.
I love my white peoples, but it was the white man that made me have this baby.
It was the white man that did this to you.
We went out with some friends and my friend Sam, who was an Englishman, by the way.
All right.
He was saying to me the whole night, "You're going to be the next one." And I said, "No, I'm not." 3 and a half drinks later.
Yeah.
I'm going home. And I said, "All right, buddy, I'll see you later." And now here we are.
That night. So powered by what drink? What do you like to drink?
Everything.
Okay. So powered by
He's 28.
Yeah. Whatever's free.
I mean, okay, hold on. I do have a tier list. Like, I play Smash Bros. Like I said before. My game, they love IPAs. I don't know why people like IPAs.
Yeah.
I have a favorite IPA. It's okay.
Yeah.
I'd rather apple cider, Mike's
cider.
Harderer.
Yeah.
Like, that's that jam. But I'm a big spirits guy.
Have you named the child?
No.
You guys have it.
We are very narrow now, for sure.
I mean, is that something you guys are keeping to yourself? Or
Yes,
do you have some choices there? I mean,
It's up to her. She doesn't want to say anything right now.
She
You know
does
what I'm
not.
saying? She's the decider.
How much input did you have on that?
A decent amount, yeah.
What did you just say?
A decent amount.
He
yeah.
said a decent amount. Yeah.
At least 35%. You gotta remember, she's doing something I can never do.
Which is?
Speak
in
a
sentences
human.
because I couldn't understand a word you're saying. Make a human.
Make a whole human.
Make a whole person.
I mean, technically, we got the stem cell, the little test tube, but she's doing it from scratch.
Right.
That's a different.
Are you planning to be in there with the delivery, the whole 9 yards? Do you have any
I'm catching the
superstition?
baby.
You're catching it. You gonna cut the cord and do all that?
Everyone keeps making this joke that, like, don't be late to the birthday. I have to drive her there. I have to tell the doctor what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're doing the Egyptian into the bathtub so she can start swimming because I didn't learn to swim until I was 15.
Okay, stop. So she's having the baby just into a tub of water?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the birthing center.
Okay.
And then so I'm going to catch the baby. We're going to do delayed cord clamping, like all the...
Like you're
I
gonna
want
have
a prime...
like a net? Like you're gonna
football.
I got you. Okay. Because I don't know if you're gonna fish this baby out of the water like it's a bass.
Catching a baby.
Okay.
I want to build like a prime human, so it's getting all the nutrients, all the minerals.
I want to build a prime
everything.
human.
If they charge me for first touch contact, I'm calling corporate. I'm not paying $75 to touch my baby. I made it.
75. Where do you even get that from? They charge you to touch your baby the first time? No,
That's what I heard
get
about
out.
Orlando Health. They're like $75 first touch.
Get out of here. That's not
and
even close to being
like, all right, throw the cloth over. It's like a discount, like $35 off. You know what I'm saying?
You sound crazy as hell. Ain't nobody charging you to touch your baby.
Okay. See, I'll
I got that
believe
75. If they try to do that, I got your 75.
I believe when I see it. I wanted to do a home birth, but I don't own my own house yet, so
that's tough.
That dream's out the window.
Yeah, that's tough.
Jim, can he come to your house?
That's tough at a rental.
She was one right here. The twins were one over there. We tried to make it to the bathtub, but Kenny was born in the kitchen.
Oh,
like,
yeah. Well, we wish you the very best.
Thank you.
And we look forward to your next appearance and your next movie review for sure.
yes,
You guys
sir.
give it up for Bam. There he is.
Hey!
All right, 407-916-1041. Back in a sec.
You know you can always text us, unless you're driving, at 77031. Standard data and message rates apply. Real Mobile is powered by Orange Buick GMC and OrangeBuickGMC.com. We are professional grade.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Traffic's piling up over St. John's River Bridge due to an accident on I-4 eastbound before Saxon Boulevard. The right lane's blocked there. Rainy conditions might be affecting your ride. The roadways are wet out there, so travel with caution. There's a crash on Maitland Boulevard at Magnolia Homes Road getting cleared up there. Your typical delays are starting to pile up on the major roadways. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Straight Talk Wireless. Don't let data limits hold you back from being the gift master in the family group chat. Switch to Straight Talk Wireless and get real unlimited data on a reliable 5G network. Straight Talk, available at straighttalk.com or Walmart.
This earful of real radio is brought to you by Eye Candy Energy Drink. Taste the sweet life.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is back in Vegas.
T-Mobile Arena.
Streaming live only on Hulu. A weekend full of superstar performances. And keep listening for the next chance to win your way there.
Lenovo and the iHeartRadio Music Festival. Tech that hits different. Can your gear keep up with the beat? Lenovo PCs are built for creators, dreamers, and fans who don't hit pause. Visit Lenovo.com for the latest in AI PCs and game-changing tech.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party.
How'd you get your money so quick?
Hard Rock Bets got lightning fast withdrawals.
Almost as fast as Dale Jr. valeting cars at this party.
Man, he's fast.
Hard Rock Bet's fast withdrawals have given me new motivation. Tips are appreciated.
Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook. Roll with us. New players bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Payable in bonus bets, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 and up and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Are you stuck with medical bills after an accident that wasn't your fault? I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt, and I'll fight to make sure those responsible pay, not you. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. JustCallMo.com.
For decades, Camtech School of Construction has been the leader, preparing thousands of people to advance their careers as licensed contractors. Check out our seminar, 7 p.m. tomorrow at Orlando Holiday Inn Universal, 5916 Caravan Court. Get legal, get licensed, get Camtech. 800-875-PASS, CamtechSchool.com.
Buying a house or selling yours? The Nickley Group makes it as easy as ABC. And 1, 2... Oh, and fast, too, because the Nickley Group can get a guaranteed cash offer on your home today. Just visit thenickley.com.
Call Nickley.
The Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty.
Tools Ace Hardware is now carrying Steel zero-turn mowers. Steel, already recognized as one of the top brands in outdoor power equipment, and now they're offering the best in zero-turn mowers. From homeowner to professional, Steel has the perfect zero-turn mower for your landscaping needs. Get 0% financing plus instant rebates on select Steel mowers. And don't forget, Tools Ace Hardware has trained technicians in their stores to service and repair your Steel equipment. Steel zero-turn mowers are available at 11 Tools Ace Hardware locations that sell Steel outdoor power equipment. Tools Ace, your local helpful place.
When disaster strikes your home or business, you need more than a quick fix. You need a team you can count on. You need Paul Davis Restoration, serving all of coastal and central Florida. From storm and water damage to fire, smoke, or mold, Paul Davis Restoration is ready 24/7 with the experience and care to get life back on track. They dry, clean, repair, and restore. Fast, professional, and reliable every step of the way. When things go wrong, they do what's right. Call Paul Davis Restoration, serving all of coastal and central Florida.
Guarantee Media is giving away 4 days in Jamaica, Bahamas, or Punta Cana with hotel and airfare included for just $99. If you're one of the 50 listeners who can name a country without the letter A in its name, you'll be off to a vacation in the Caribbean. Text your answer to 96551. That's 96551, and you'll get 4 days in Jamaica, Bahamas, or Punta Cana with hotel fare included. Be one of the first 50 to text the name of a country without the letter A in its name, and you'll go on a 4-day vacation to the Caribbean. Your answer to 96551. 96551. Name a country without the letter A in its name and get 4 days in the Caribbean with hotel and airfare included for only $99. Text your answer to 96551. 96551. This promotion is paid for by Guarantee Media to solicit vacation ownership sales and is not affiliated with iHeartMedia. Terms and conditions apply.
Summer's winding down, and we know you want to enjoy what's left of it. But before you celebrate this Labor Day weekend, plan ahead and know all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead, designate a sober driver or catch a ride service. And if you are the designated sober driver, commit to staying sober. Celebrate responsibly and remember to drive sober or get pulled over. This message brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
My perfect day has sand, salt water, and friends. But my moderate to severe plaque psoriasis can take me out of the moment. Now I'm all in with clearer skin thanks to Skyrizi. Risankizumab Riza, a prescription-only 150 milligram injection for adults who are candidates for systemic or phototherapy. With Skyrizi, most people saw 90% clearer skin, and many were even 100% plaque-free at 4 months. Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Don't use if allergic to Skyrizi. Serious allergic reactions, increased infections, or lower ability to fight them may occur. Before treatment, get checked for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor about any flu-like symptoms or vaccines.
Thanks to Skyrizi, there's nothing on my skin, and that means everything. Ask your doctor about Skyrizi, the #1 dermatologist-prescribed biologic in psoriasis. Visit Skyrizi.com or call 1-866-SKYRIZI to learn more.
Football is back.
And the season lives on iHeartRadio.
Whether it's fantasy advice
Or venting with your favorite host over that blown call.
iHeartRadio brings you all of it.
From the official NFL Podcast Network.
Welcome to NFL Daily.
To local stations that bring you the games live. This is 24/7 coverage of everything you love about football.
And it all starts now.
Just open the iHeartRadio app
And search NFL
to dive in.
Radio 104.1.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
JCS crew in the building.
Wah, wah.
What up, Jimmy?
What up, man?
Listen, we're gonna have to make that a thing now, bro.
What's that?
I'm back. Like that was perfect. I literally had to pull over. I was laughing so hard.
Damn, really?
Make it a thing. Love you guys. Happy Monday. Let's have a great week. Another great show.
Thanks, buddy.
Peace.
Appreciate it.
What up, guys? Sport from Duval.
Hey, Bob.
Jim, I hate seeing you in bad mood, man. I really do.
I'm in a good mood.
But watch it on YouTube while Deb was in the middle of the news. In the background, you're trying to yank that sweater off of your head that got stuck. Was hilarious, Jim. People pissed off about monkey punch. They're going to be real pissed when they find out what a donkey punch is. Yeah. Also about Kobe Bryant, one of the greatest Kobe quotes I ever heard was on David Letterman where he said, he hates losing more than he loves winning.
Yeah. That's crazy.
When I was a kid, the place to go in the early 70s
when they first opened it was Burger King.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody had ever seen it. No one had heard of it. First one came to the area and people went crazy. But the real treat, the treat of treats to go out to eat, was a place Jack may know about. It may be familiar to him. Clam Broth House in Hoboken, New Jersey.
Clam broth.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it? Jack didn't mix with the Hobokens. He was higher than that.
That's where Sinatra was from.
Yeah. The one I was trying to think of earlier was Western Sizzler. The steakhouse.
Never heard of it.
Quincy's, Golden Corral.
I remember the Sizzler.
Yeah,
Was
Sizzler.
it Western Sizzler?
I don't know if it was 2 or they just changed it. They did the straight Cracker Barrel.
They
I
changed the logo?
I think at one point it was Western Sizzler, and then it just turned into the Sizzler.
That's
not like
controversy.
me. I am the Rizzler.
Yeah.
It's way different.
Yeah.
All right, welcome back
Palatka
to
Rizzler. Showtime.
the P-Town Rizzler. All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show here on Real Radio. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
And Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
The Jersey Rizzler.
That's 2 Z's, right?
Yeah.
That's so funny. He says, if you want to take Jim back, tell him I was just listening to some Bounty Killer. That's so funny. I used to print for that guy. When he would come into town, there's this guy in Pine Hills that used to promote like reggae shows. And I don't know how they found me. Probably because I was the cheapest. And I would print all their flyers for him. And it's this one guy, his name was not Mac 10, but it was something like that. It was named after a gun. Sweetest dude ever. I mean, honestly, he was a really nice guy. And I remember delivering flyers to them in Pine Hills. They lived off Balboa Drive up there in Pine Hills. Shout out to Balboa. And it was in a condo. And I remember walking, and they said, you got to be there at like 7:15 in the morning. They have to be delivered because we had a team that's going to blanket the entire area and hand them out. You got to be here then. So I remember showing up at 7:15 a.m. to a condo in Pine Hills to deliver 4,000 or 5,000 flyers for this reggae show. Bounty Killer was on that show. He's the guy who did the rap in the Gwen Stefani video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He's that guy, right? And back then he was just doing whatever. And I remember walking in 7:15 in the morning. The entire condo was completely smoked out. And everybody was dressed like they were about to go out to dinner.
Really?
It was the most bizarre thing ever. I'm not kidding. Everybody was in their best clothes, and they were already smoked completely out 7:15 a.m. And I tried to get him to explain it, and all he could say is like, man, your breath is good. I had gum, and he kept commenting on how good my breath was. But he said breath because he was, I guess, Jamaican or whatever, and he said breath, and it was so funny, I couldn't stop from laughing. I was trying to not laugh because the dude was like, and it was just kind of a funny thing. So I do have a small connection with Bounty Killer. Never met him.
Printed flyers for him.
Yeah, flyers for him. That's it, though. Fun story, right? All right. Back to the entertainment.
Like, here go.
All right, 77031. So I got a question. Do you guys, I know you haven't dated in a while, but I mean, I know that you guys probably you understand like dating protocol.
Ugh.
What?
It's terrifying.
Yeah. It's terrifying.
Yes, if she doesn't reach over, you put her in the car. If she doesn't reach over to unlock your door,
get her out of there. Get her out of there.
I didn't know that, but I always do that.
Yeah. I mean,
well, now it's not a thing because everything is like.
Yeah. Hey, and by the way, but mentioning that real quick, I don't want to get sidetracked, but how far does chivalry go in 2025? Do you still open the door for your wife?
Oh, hell yeah.
Do you open the door to the car? Do you walk her to the car door and open that?
It's a coin flip. I did it Saturday night.
What decides that? It's an interesting thing because my wife loves the idea of chivalry.
Yeah.
And sometimes I will drop the ball. I love opening the door for her. I love doing all the gentlemanly things that you're supposed to do for your wife. But I will drop the ball on opening her door for her sometimes. She doesn't remind me of it, but when I do it, she goes, "Thank you very much." She'll be very sweet about that.
If we're walking together side by side, are we walking up to the car where it's on her side? Then almost always will do it. I actually remember the thought on Saturday night. I did it specifically because there were 4 people in my car, and if I grab her door handle, it unlocks all 4. If I only grab mine, it only unlocks mine.
Yours. That's right, 100%.
I'm trying to hook people up, and I opened up the back door too.
Do you order for your wife? Oh, Betty, is that
I've done that before.
You open up the back door?
Yeah. Well,
easy, buddy.
Easy.
Of
the car.
Okay.
of the car.
You share a lot sometimes.
I do occasionally, once in a while, order for it because if she tells me, it's like, okay, dummy, remember it.
Right. She'll say, hey, this is what I want. This is what I want. This is what I want to drink.
Yeah.
And then when the server comes to the table, I'm able to give that order to
But
you.
if she gets one or two modifications in, then
You
it's
do it
on
yourself.
her. Yeah. Hold nothing, you do it.
Chris, a door opener?
Oh, yeah. Very much so.
To the car and to the house and to everything
To the
like
car, the house, the restaurant, but does not order for me.
Does not order for you.
No. Doesn't want that responsibility.
Doesn't want the responsibility. Anyway, so this dating thing is this. So this guy starts. This guy and his wife have been together for, I think it's like maybe 10, 12 years, right? And I don't think there are children involved here. And it starts kind of falling apart. And his wife actually winds up admitting to him at one point that she has kind of fallen out of love with him and has been that way for a couple of years.
Ew.
That it's been a little stiff for a couple of years. She doesn't want to talk about it. She doesn't want to go to therapy. She doesn't want to try to work it out. None of that. She just wants out of the relationship. So she gets out of the relationship. But what she doesn't know is during the time that they were having difficult times, the woman's best friend and this guy started talking. And it wasn't really about a relationship at all. He was just trying to figure out what was going on with his wife and figured if she wouldn't tell him, maybe the best friend would. And that was the whole idea. He was going to the best friend initially to try to get information to save his relationship with his wife. Well, the wife wasn't having any of it. She broke up with him or divorced him the whole 9 yards. Well, he winds up dating
her best friend.
Her best friend. And the best friend is now super pissed off about it. Like super pissed off, like doesn't understand why her best friend would want to be with her ex-husband. Not really. And I didn't. Is there a rule?
There is a rule. You don't go after. Ex's best friends.
Okay, so that would be. Is that a female rule? In other words, what you're saying is the woman who is the best friend should have never even engaged in conversation with her friend's husband at all.
I mean, she could have engaged in conversation, but once it became clear that they were becoming close, it's your best friend.
Yeah.
And I think guys have that same rule, right? Like if you're best friends with Jack and Jack were to, God forbid, break up with NaomiBradshaw.com, it's still a cardinal rule for both genders that you wouldn't then swoop in and try and go out with Naomi.
Yeah,
that'd be bad form.
I do agree, but I also agree that also has an added parameter that isn't part of this. In other words, I work with Jack every day. That would be unbelievably uncomfortable. Like if we came into work, he'd divorced his wife or she'd left him or whatever. It'd been a little bit of time, and then I said, "Oh, by the way."
Well, think of your friend group.
Huh?
Think of your friend group. That would be.
I remember Angel used to say that all the time on the Monsters. Like there's not a friend zone, but there was a word for it where, you don't do that. And how far out of your friend list does that have to be before you can do that? I'm not asking for any particular reason. I just don't know.
Different area code.
Acquaintances. Merely acquaintances, but haven't gone shopping together.
Haven't hung out
haven't hung out.
No. So just somebody you may know on the side. That would be fine.
Yeah, somebody in the periphery.
What if it was somebody that you couldn't, what if it was like overwhelming? Like you didn't feel like you could live without this person?
Jack?
No, we have back-to-back texts. One says sisters before misters, and the next one says bros before hoes.
Which one of those is more respectful?
Coming at it from both sides.
Yeah.
It's a blatant bro code violation.
It is.
Oh, yeah. And absolutely a rule for women, too. Oh. I'm now married to my sister's ex.
Oh, my God. That's way different.
And we all get along fine.
Wow. Well, that's wasn't that what the Biden kids did something like that, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't like when Biden's son that passed away, God rest his soul, Bo,
right? Yeah.
Didn't he get married or she get married to Hunter? Or was it somebody else like that, or what happened?
I think I remember hearing that. Yeah, and that's like an old time Civil War, not Civil War, but old time thing in the war where if
you had to take care of your brother's husband or wife or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, that's also in some religions that's like that, isn't it? That like in Mormonism, that's the thing as well. Like if your brother or your brother dies, you have to assume the responsibility of taking care of his wife and his kids or something like that?
I do not know.
Yeah, I thought there was a religion that looked at it like that, like Jack's talking about. the whole idea of that old style where you take up where
Right.
you're. I don't like that. I don't care for that.
Hunter Biden did not marry Beau Biden's widow. Hunter Biden's brother, Beau, passed away in 2015. His widow, Haley Oliver, was in a relationship with Hunter Biden for a time, but they never married.
Right.
And Hunter Biden currently married to Melissa Cohen.
Right.
They got married in 2019.
Right. But still very, very bizarre.
Yeah.
Like, that's really weird. And I don't know if that's if that is a thing like that where, I mean, do you fall in love like after that, or do you think maybe that's something that maybe he had something for her during that? Isn't that weird?
The heart wants what the heart wants.
Yeah, right.
And that's why it's separated by the throat, because the heart and the mind just do not talk each other's language.
The heart wants what the heart wants.
Yeah, and the brain is like, why are you being stupid? And the heart's like, I'm not being stupid, I'm in love.
You know what the kids want? They don't want Uncle Hunter to be Daddy Hunter, because that's so weird.
Yeah, we saw a lot of problems in his future.
Yeah, man. 77031, I ended up with my high school best friend's girlfriend. So their high school best friend ended up with his girlfriend.
Okay.
And they've been married 25 years.
Damn, really?
I wonder if you still have the high school best friend. But you know what? You don't really keep a lot from high school.
Don't.
So don't.
And in this situation, I believe they even mentioned that the two women had kind of lost touch a little bit after they divorced. That she kind of moved on to a different lifestyle and got a different friend group. And the best friend girl kind of got not left behind per
now
se, but
that changes the narrative.
But didn't prioritize her the way she did before.
Then she owes her nothing.
And the comments
in that friend zone.
The comments where I saw the story said that very thing. They're like, well, I mean, you're the one who
you walked away.
You left him and
the friend.
You kind of separated yourself from your friends. So how could you possibly be angry about this at all? So
right.
That's pretty much that was the predominant comment there on the story.
Which I agree, right? If you're still friends and still hanging out and she's with your ex, there'd be a problem. But when you turn your back on him and her, sayonara.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, what? They're not supposed to be happy?
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Back in 1 sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Real radio is.
The Monsters in the Morning.
It's Los Angeles eats the most hot dogs. Why would that be?
Actresses got to practice.
What?
Ryan. The Monsters in the Morning.
Real Radio 104.1. From the Odoo.com Weather Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Hi there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with a look at your forecast here from Fox 35. Well, we've got a steamy one on the way today, muggy weather and periodic showers and even some storms. It won't be raining all day, but it's just going to be one of those days where there's a chance for it all day, especially around midday, early afternoon. Any storms could be pretty soaking. We'll top out today at 89 degrees. Indications of some slightly drier weather midweek, but then we're back to likely storm chances into the weekend. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Everdoor Garage Door. Power outage? You're still rolling with Everdoor. Get $75 off a battery backup opener today. Don't let the dark shut you out. Everdoor keeps you moving. Visit everdoor.com. The garage door that lasts evermore.
Man, here in Central Florida, you better have an AC company that you can trust, that you can lean on, that has integrity, and they will always treat you right. That is Mills Air. Been doing it since 1992. That's right, 30 years of experience right here in Central Florida, keeping you nice and cool. And I think we can all agree, if Florida heat is a way different heat than anywhere else, you need an AC company that can get there when you need them to, because even a few hours without AC in Florida is almost unbearable. And don't forget, their techs can service any brand out there. Don't worry about what kind of AC you have. They can repair it. But even better, if you do need a new unit, these guys are Carrier factory authorized dealers. That's important. It could get you up to $1,275 in rebates towards a brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier, and certainly turn to the experts over at Mills Air. Family owned and operated and ready to help you today. 407-277-1159. Find them online easily at millsair.com.
Victim of a slip and fall? It takes one phone call to take back control of your life. Anajar and Levine will fight to get you the compensation you deserve. Call me, Mark Anajar, for a free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
In Office Orlando.
It's the summer clearance event at Greenway Kia, and the race is on to sell 500 new Kias this month. Every new Kia is clearance price with savings up to $18,000 off MSRP. And when you trade in your vehicle, over 40 Greenway dealerships compete to buy it, meaning you could get up to $10,000 over Kelley Blue Book value. Best of all, our friendly, non-commissioned sales team is here to help, not hustle. I'm Joe Rossi, and we want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Example stock TG004814. Negative equity refinanced expires 9/7/25.
Men, trouble in the bedroom? Not anymore. Premier Men's Medical Center restores your sex life in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate erectile dysfunction and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Premier Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Premier Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. You'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-337-5569. 407-337-5569. To restore your sex life in just one visit, call now. 407-337-5569.
Big down payments. Thousands down. We interviewed the victims. Tell us what happened, ma'am.
Well, I says to myself, go to RC Hill Mitsubishi, and DeLand. Every vehicle's just one dime down.
And then?
I ended up at some other dealer.
Why?
They had a trade payoff event.
Let me guess. You had to put $4,000 down.
Yeah, $4,000.
Next time, go to RC Hill Mitsubishi. Right, RC?
That's right. It's a crime to pay more than a dime. One dime down.
But I still owe thousands on my trade.
It's okay. We accept any trade, even if you still owe thousands.
With only one dime down.
Get a new Outlander SUV. It's under 30 grand, has all the toys, and you don't have to worry about your engine for life.
Plus 0% financing for 60 months.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime.
Now at RC Hill Mitsubishi.
And DeLand, just 2 miles off I-4. RCHill.com. Dime down, $535 a month, 72 months at 6% APR, plus tax tag title to qualified buyers.
Are you tired of squinting at screens or maybe fumbling for readers? You know, for over 35 years, Central Floridians have trusted the Filatowski Eye Institute. With more than 225,000 vision correction procedures performed. Stop struggling. Start seeing clearly. It changed my son's life, and it can change yours as well. Simply call 800 Eye Exam and see what you've been missing. That's 800 Eye Exam. The Filatowski Eye Institute. Trusted, local, life-changing.
You're great at protecting your own personal information. You probably even use things like two-factor authentication, strong passwords, VPN. But as much as you try to be in control of how your information is protected, there's lots of places that also have it. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every single second for identity threats. If your identity is stolen, a LifeLock specialist is going to help solve the identity theft issues, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code Beck at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
You hear that? That's Mike sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. That's because Mike was smart this time. He took ZzzQuil Ultra to fall asleep fast, stay asleep longer, and get the deeply restorative sleep he needs. So now he wakes up refreshed and ready to conquer Mondays.
Let's do this Monday.
ZzzQuil Ultra. Not for colds, just for sleep. Really great sleep. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Happy Monday, Colbert and Company. It's Concrete Mike.
What am I?
Chivalry, opening doors, all of that. Yeah, We were at the Daytona race this weekend, and we drove my truck for the grill and all the gear and all the stuff. And it's an old work truck, so I unlocked the passenger side door and let my son and her in the truck. And then I had to walk around and unlock my door, and it kind of pissed me off a little bit that nobody unlocked my door for me.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I get it.
Jim, Jack, Deb. Hey, Deb, this is Platinum Parker. Do you remember me? I met you the other night after the show, and you were a little tipsy. You had a flower in your head. You gave it to me. You embraced me, gave me a hug. You were so awesome. I wanted to take you home, but I couldn't. And it was just a moment that was lost forever. Not just kidding. It was a pleasure seeing you.
Damn.
The show was good.
I mean,
You guys are awesome. And I love what you guys do every day.
That just made me sweat.
Yeah, be careful.
Holy hell.
Still got
Don't
it,
let
kid.
Chris say it. Be
Still
like,
got
take
it.
her. Pick her up at work.
My man want to take you home, lay you down soft, chivalrously. Woo! That was a tough one there, Jack. Don't you dare. That's close. There's an unnecessary pause. But no, thank you. That doesn't mean it was wrong.
That hurt him, by the way.
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. Real Radio 104.1, 77031 if you'd like to text us. If you want to leave one of those talkbacks, guys, that's easy, by the way. Doesn't cost you anything. Just grab that iHeartRadio app, go to Real Radio, and use that little microphone to send your comment over to Jack. We love hearing them. You can do it anytime during the show. It doesn't matter. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
It may not be difficult, but you definitely want to make sure you do things like turn your radio down. Like, here's an example of what not to do.
Good afternoon, the Jim Colbert Show.
How does he not ever
the
get
island?
How does he
Jimmy,
not
we have a
understand?
bro code.
So
How does he not understand? He calls the show so much. How do you not know that by now?
It's his navigation.
I know, but it doesn't matter.
I know, but
he has to understand.
He tunes it out.
It's louder than he is.
He's just focusing on what he's
How
going
do
to
you not figure this out?
Good afternoon, the Jim Colbert Show. Prince of the island, Jimmy. We have a bro code. And the bro.
Let's try and figure out where he's going. So he's on 417 North.
Going Deltona. Going to Smeltona. Pick him up on a little Uber ride there. Here's the thing. One of my favorite things for doing this is giving people a heads up on stuff that they may not pay attention to. Because, there are a lot of people out there that don't really pay attention to the news. They don't, whatever they may hear or see on social is pretty much what they get for the day.
Yeah.
Maybe what they hear on our program or other programs here at Real Radio, or as they flip around, they may hear a brief news segment that'll give them a heads up on what's happening out there. But it looks like, this police here in Orlando is trying to make a comeback. And have you guys heard the Olive Garden news?
No.
I hear they're trying to make a comeback. I heard this on the radio.
All we hear about Olive Garden is bad lately, right? All we hear is almost out of business. The never-ending shrimp almost gone. That was Red Lobster.
Yeah, but it's received some negative press, and it was one of the stalwart restaurants for
it just got taken over.
The Darden Restaurant Group.
Literally, just this year, for the first time ever, Texas Roadhouse overcame Olive Garden as the favorite family restaurant in America.
Yeah.
It held that forever. Finally, Olive Garden was defeated by somebody who does something a little different. Olive Garden still, I think, doing okay. I mean, obviously, it is what it is. You know what you get when you go to Olive Garden. Family, casual, Italian.
Yeah.
Italian in quotes.
I went there late last year.
Did you really?
Every once in a while. Yeah, maybe once a year.
I haven't been in a while, but I will tell you, the one thing they never give credit for is their Alfredo sauce is actually pretty damn good. Like when you order a side of Alfredo to dip your breadsticks in, they do a damn good job there. I will tell you something else. I think their house salad dressing for their never-ending salad is also pretty darn good.
Yeah, it is.
All right, not too tart.
Their soups are good, too.
I haven't had a soup there.
Oh.
Like their wedding soup or whatever?
Like their turkey Toscana.
Really?
Yeah, pasta fagioli.
Nice. Well, they are bringing back their never-ending pasta bowl is coming back.
Oh, wow.
That's right. And listen to this deal. See, they're going to get slammed. This is exactly what, was it Chili's or Applebee's did that $10 thing where you could go
3 for $10?
3 for $10 and get like a burger, fries, and a drink for $10?
Yeah. I think it's Applebee's.
So now through November 16th, customers will be able to order all of the apps, soup or salad, breadsticks, and pasta they can eat for
$20.
$15.
$13.99.
Nice.
Dude, how crazy is
Wait,
that?
what do you mean all of the apps?
Okay, it says, I'm reading it verbatim. Now, through November 16th, customers will be able to order all of the apps, and it says in parentheses, soup or salad, breadsticks, and pasta they can eat for $13.99.
That's awesome.
And if you're an E-Club member, you get early access to all of the postabilities.
Oh.
They're shaking things up, too, because they're adding new sauces to the lineup. The OG lineup, which is the 3-meat sauce, the spicy 3-meat sauce, flavorful chili flakes, cherry peppers, red bell pepper, pepperoni, red wine, garlic, and herbs. I'll take some right now. They're saying they're keeping the price of the most beloved offer exactly the same. And the menu is going to be, look, they have like 9 of these pastas you can order, and it's only $13.99. Look, if you're a family and you're looking to eat, $13.99 is a deal. You can't eat it. You cannot eat at a Chipotle that cheap. You can't. You can't go to a Chipotle, order a bowl, chips, and a drink for less than $14. So can I tell you, you might not be able to go to a drive-through at a burger joint and get a burger and then upsize your burger to fries and a drink for less than $14.
Definitely not.
I'm on board. Let's go.
And this just goes to show it's another restaurant coming out with the a really inexpensive option where you can get a lot of food.
Yeah, I don't understand the all app thing.
All appetizers?
I think maybe it's just endless salad, endless breadsticks along with your pasta, dude.
So that's their app.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think you're going to be able to order from the app menu and just crush it all day.
Right.
I don't think that's going to happen.
Okay, that makes sense. So, as much soup, salad, or bread as you want, and pasta.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
It says
carb crazy.
I was just about to say that.
Fettuccine, spaghetti, angel hair rigatoni. Those are the pastas available. The sauces are the spicy 3-meat sauce, Alfredo, meat sauce, 5 cheese marinara, traditional marinara, and creamy mushroom. And if you want to add on like some chicken breast or something like that, that's only $4.99. You're still under $20.
Right, yeah.
Texter says Chili's has the 3 for $10.
Is that what it is, Chili's?
I can't remember the last time I've been in at Chili's.
But you got to get over there. It ends November 16th, so you do have some time to take advantage of it. But I can bet you this. You ain't getting in there Sunday. You ain't getting in there Sunday, player. Because them church peoples is coming. Did you guys do that ever? Go to like after church? You had an after church spot?
No, but I worked in one.
Which one was that?
Mark's Big Boy.
Oh, really? Yeah. We didn't have
when
that.
I was the takeout chicken hostess.
Oh, so sexy. That guy's right. Who doesn't want to take you home after learning that? Short shorts?
Oh, no.
Roller skates?
White nurse's shoes.
Oh, even better. Keep talking. Almost there.
Green and white check dress.
Oh, yeah.
Hairnet.
God almighty. How old were you?
Smelling like French fries.
Like 16, 17?
Yep.
So young.
And all the boys coming in from the private boys' school with their parents after mass, and I'm standing there in my takeout chicken outfit.
It must have been terrible for you as a kid. I mean, listen, you're a good-looking woman.
Yeah,
when you were younger, it must have been brutal.
Yeah, brutal.
No. You didn't get hit on all the time?
No.
Are you serious? You got hit on the other night?
She was tormented.
No.
All the flowers are coming later in life, Jimmy.
There's no way that's true. There's no way that you went through your childhood without absolutely like every 5 minutes being hit on.
Oh, no. No. It was not like that at all.
They knew her mom. She gave a pretty big vibe.
You're a great looking woman now. I've seen pictures of you in this business back from like the 90s. I mean, you were quite the looker.
Yeah.
You're telling me that never happened.
Nope. Way hot back then.
No.
Jack, I am properly saying this. I'm doing this. I'm doing this in a chivalrous man. Oh God.
Get him, Jack.
Chivalrous.
Get him, Jack.
I said it right. Chivalrous.
Yay!
Oh, chivalrous. I said it 2 times in a row. Ding ding. Ding ding. Give me the ding dings. God, I'm gonna go to Olive Garden and wreck this thing.
Somebody said Never Ending Pasta Bowl officially started today. No early access needed.
Oh my God, you guys crave pasta?
No.
Oh my God, I got it so bad the other night. I was craving it so bad.
Really?
Just a carb meltdown. Oh God, I'm doing it tonight. No pasta for you, huh?
No, we have it all the time. And I just think of that. I could, come home from work, sit at my dining room table, eat it, then we're done. And then I don't have a big bill to pay. It's great.
Yeah.
It's not even a big bill. It's $13.99.
It's a much better way to do it.
It's $13.99.
You gotta get dressed. You gotta go there.
Look at this guy.
You gotta leave a tip.
No, he's speaking my language.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah, the tip, that's the worst part.
Then I gotta, I eat. Take
20% of 14, $2. So you get a $3 tip. So you're $13.99. It's 14. So you're talking about $17 to eat at Olive Garden. And
I'm going
literally
alone?
Jam your face absolutely solid for a good 2 hours while you sit there.
Next thing you know, the wife's gonna want to go. Then what? We're going to leave the kids home?
I never
They'll
mentioned
starve.
her. All right, 407-916-1041. Stay tuned.
Make Real Radio 104.1 number one on your presets on our all-new iHeartRadio app and get cool stuff at Real Radio events. Get the app for free in your app store.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
You're going to get caught up in some off-ramp backup heading through the city on I-4 to State Road 408. Keep left to avoid those delays. Traffic slowing down over St. John's River Bridge. I-4 eastbound due to an accident before Saxon Boulevard. That's off to the shoulder. Now look out for an earlier accident getting cleared up on Maitland Boulevard at Magnolia Homes Road. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Batteries Plus. Remember when you had a guy, someone who could fix anything? They're still out there at Batteries Plus with their quick solutions and expert advice on any batteries from cars to golf carts. Batteries Plus will have you in and out and on your way in no time. Batteries Plus, the experts in charge.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at the Nickley Group. Man, everybody knows real estate market trends are a very local thing. What do I mean by that? That means market trends and conditions will vary greatly from one area to the next. In other words, the Orlando real estate market isn't going to be the same as, let's say, Cleveland's real estate market. Here in Orlando, homes still selling for record prices. And of course, that's if you have the right team on your side. And the Nickley Group, that's their only focus, is getting you max dollar for your home. They understand that's your biggest investment in your life 9 times out of 10. And they want to make sure that when you're ready to cash out and do that next stage of your life, they get you the most money. That's why on average, these guys get about 6% more of their listings than their competitors. And even better, they sell those homes twice as fast. That means your house isn't lingering on the market for months. They're finding qualified buyers every single day. Your house will be gone in no time. And if you're a buyer, it's the exact opposite. These guys can find you any listing you could possibly want. Check all the boxes that you need. That's what they're all about. Yes, you will have one realtor, but behind that realtor is a team of people making sure you get exactly what you want. It's the NickleyGroup.com. That's NICKLEY Group.com.
Grab your tickets now for the Pirates and Parrots Festival August 30th at Evans Park in Mount Dora, featuring the Land Sharks, the ultimate Jimmy Buffett tribute band. The party starts at noon with vendors, tailgating, drinks, food trucks, VIP seating, and good vibes. Go to piratesandparrotsfestival.com.
Insurance companies often play tough, offering you the bare minimum for your injuries. But why settle for less? With me, Mo DeWitt, your Orlando injury attorney, you pay nothing unless we win. Don't let the insurance companies push you around. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.
Law and Order Criminal Justice System is back. In Season 2, we're turning our focus to a threat that hides in plain sight.
There's been a bombing at the TWA terminal. Just a chaotic scene.
That's harder to predict and even harder to stop.
That's why terrorism works. It doesn't care who you are.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Law and Order Criminal Justice System, and start listening now.
For decades, Camtech School of Construction has been the leader, preparing thousands of people to advance their careers as licensed contractors. Check out our seminar, 7 p.m. tomorrow at Orlando Holiday Inn Universal, 5916 Caravan Court. Get legal, get licensed, get Camtech. 800-875-PASS, camtechschool.com.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Are you 62 or older and wondering if a reverse mortgage can help you access the equity in your home? It's so easy to get a free reverse mortgage quote with that mortgage guy, Don. Just fill out the online questionnaire at thatmortgageguyDon.com, or you can make an office appointment to meet in person at 1401 Town Plaza Court, Winter Springs, Florida. Happy Home Mortgage, NMLS ID 2418348.
Don't miss the boat, compare your quote with thatmortgageguyDon.com.
Sunnyside Air Conditioning, now using AI.
My AC stopped working.
Here's a random penguin fact.
No, I need cold air now.
Penguins mate for life.
I should have called Frank Gay.
Would you like to mate for life?
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When your home's air conditioning breaks down, you can count on our repairs to work for you for the long haul. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
frankgayservices.com.
And we're back talking all things connectivity with Spectrum customers Kev and Melissa. So tell us, how long have you been with Spectrum and how important is a reliable internet connection?
We've been Spectrum customers since we moved 12 years ago. The first thing we did is sign up for Spectrum Internet.
You get a lease, you get Wi-Fi.
Yes,
Immediately.
we need that. We had Spectrum Wi-Fi before our couch got here.
That's true. That's a true story.
I'll sleep on the floor, but I won't go to bed with no internet.
You heard it here. Switch to Spectrum now.
Cruising out of Port Canaveral? Don't forget to visit Cocoa Beach, Orlando's closest beach. Soak up the sun, ride the waves, shop a little, and enjoy Cocoa Beach's legendary laid-back beach vibes. Cocoa Beach is perfect for adventure seekers, families, or a beautiful date with a sunset finish. Vacation mode starts at Cocoa Beach, the perfect stop for your sea voyage. Don't miss the boat. Plan your visit today at legendarycocobeach.com. That's legendarycocobeach.com.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1, Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free new and improved iHeart radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good.
Now, your chance at $1,000 and a trip to our iHeart Radio Music Festival. Text the nationwide keyword LUCKY to 200-200. You'll get a confirmation text and info. Standard data and message rates apply in this nationwide contest. That's LUCKY to 200-200.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
I said a hip. The hip to the hip hop. You don't stop the rockin' to the bang bang boogie. Say up jump the boogie to the rhythm of the boogie beat.
Yes, I hope you guys are doing well. Jim, I just made last week Friday garlic butter shrimp with pasta Alfredo. Ooh,
Sounds
man,
good.
That stuff was so good.
Give me
I think I got a coma after that. Thanks.
Give
Bye.
me some.
Good afternoon, Colbert crew. Michael P. checking in. Hey, as a longtime Olive Garden employee, one of the most frustrating things about that all-you-can-eat is people at the end,
They won't leave.
they order, like, reorders, and then they want to-go boxes. And we were told as servers not to do it. And then management would come in and say, okay, do it. When I got into management, I said, absolutely not. What are your all's thoughts on that? Because that's what happens there.
Oh, that's a great question. I would probably shut that down. I mean, that's obviously that's kind of gaming the system, and
Yeah,
they
it
should.
is.
But what they should do is make that part of the initial offer though, and say, hey, no to-go boxes. You eat all you want while you're here, but you're not loading up a to-go box and hauling ass. That ain't happening. That'd be like me going to a buffet, my little Chinese buffet over here, and going, hey, this was really good. Could I get a to-go box and go up there and load it up and take it home? That's ridiculous.
No, most people just pull the Ziploc bags out of their pants pocket and just load it up with. Don't ask any questions.
Yeah, no way, man. I would shut that down in a second. I wouldn't have any problem with that, but it needs to be part of the initial offer, though.
Yeah, unless it was your first order. Like,
Like if you ordered something and didn't finish that, yes, you could do that.
Yeah, if you didn't get a refill on it,
right?
And at the refill, it said, just to let you know, we're not allowed to give it.
Yeah. There's no to-go boxes for this offer for sure. All right, welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Sure.
More food news, not news per se. This is an interesting take. Have you guys heard about the Dunkin' thing that's going on right now?
No.
So I find this very unique, and I can't imagine that anybody will agree with what Dunkin's doing here if this is exactly what it is.
Oh, I got it.
What?
Like HBO Max, they're putting donuts back in the name.
They are not putting donuts back in the name. It just says Dunkin'.
Dunkin' Max. How about that one?
Even better, they don't even mention donuts during that. Like it says Dunkin' customer warns.
Yeah. Donuts are gone.
So this guy was obviously a Dunkin' Donut customer and went in to get himself some up. By the way, this is in Jersey, Jack.
Oh, let's go.
He shared a photo of his a receipt online showing something that people did not understand. And it quickly made its way around Facebook, where longtime customers voice frustration and confusion over what they believe is a hidden fee. But if you look at the receipt, It's actually not even part of the receipt. It just says in letters up top. You know where Hudson, New Jersey is, Jack?
I've heard of it. I've never been there.
Yeah, that's where this is. It says a 3% surcharge has been applied to your purchase. This charge is for employee and retention programs. It is not a gratuity. So when you go to Dunkin' and you order, they're going to charge you 3% more than your fee, and they're calling that employee and retention programs. What would that fall under? Are they saying basically they're providing their employees health care or other programs, and you're funding that with a 3% surcharge that's on top of what you're paying for your service and your products?
It sounds like what some airlines are doing, right? Expecting passengers to tip the flight attendants as a way of supplementing their income, because employee retention sounds to me like...
Right, just keep them happy.
Just keep them happy.
That's right.
We're trying to keep them in our employment. So, but that to me is so wholly unfair.
It says the 3% employee benefit and retention charge is attacked on your order. It says the line item read, a 3% surcharge has been applied to your purchase. This is for employee and retention program and is not gratuity. In other words, you do not have a choice of not paying this.
Yeah.
In that particular area, at that particular Dunkin', they're hitting you for 3% on top of your cost.
But it is gratuity.
It isn't, though.
No, it's not optional, but that's what it is. It's
a charge. It's not a gratuity. It is a surcharge.
And what is gratuity? It's extra money you're giving that goes directly to the employee.
Out of your heart, yes.
So, okay, out of the heart or out of your wallet, it's extra money going to the employee.
But I have a choice for there, though, right?
I get that, but they're saying it's not gratuity. Then what is it? I mean, they can put all the names on it they want, but they are charging you 3%, and it goes directly to the employee.
Why don't they just pay? Why don't they just up their prices 3% and then just leave everything alone? Why don't they do that? I don't get it. Like, if you're paying $2 for a cup of coffee, what's 3% of that? 60 to 6 cents?
Because I think they'd see greater blowback if they raised their prices as opposed to adding a 3% forced tip.
Yeah. It says here that several commenters expressed concern that the charge is not being disclosed up front, and some believe it may only appear when you're paying with a card.
Oh.
He said they mostly do this when you pay with a card. Next time, pay with cash and check your receipt. Others criticize what they see as a lack of transparency, say the added cost, however small, should be communicated at the time of purchase, not discovered after checking the receipt. I got to tell you, this might seem a little small. I think I'd be pretty pissed off if I was at a Dunkin' and I saw a 3% charge. I actually just may push my order across and go, you know what? I'll just go somewhere, even if it's more. I don't like these hidden charges, and I don't like the fact that you're putting the onus of us taking care of your employees on the customer when you could just put it in the cost of the product and then do it that way so it doesn't seem so scammy.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
Said it's not professional and poor customer service is what a number of people said. Parade Magazine, which this appeared in originally, reached out to Dunkin' for comment, and they haven't responded yet, so they'll update the story if Dunkin' ever comments. As of right now, Dunkin' says it has not confirmed this charge as a nationwide policy. That's why I asked if it was specifically in that region. Maybe just for Jersey, that state, that particular county. I do not know. It says some customers say that they've seen the fee appear at specific franchise locations, just suggesting it may be a store-level decision. Because some of these are franchises, right?
I believe so.
But I'm not even sure of that. I don't.
With that many Dunkins, it
has to be some.
Yeah, I would say
it has to be franchised. That's a major no-no, by the way. If you're a franchisee, you have to play by the book. I mean, that's one of the reasons a lot of people simply won't go into franchises, because you can't alter anything. It has to be exactly how every other store does it. You can't offer a cookie they don't. You can't put mom's favorite pickles up there. Nothing like that. It has to be the exact store menu. I remember when I went into, I thought about opening a Crystal in my hometown, and I started kind of researching the cost of doing it. And the cost really wasn't that bad for a small store. This is before eventually somebody already did one. But the one thing I did notice is how they do business and how you get products. And the binding contract says there are no exceptions. You cannot offer anything in the store that Crystal Corporate doesn't offer.
Somebody just texted us something that I've never heard before. Maybe we all need to start really reading our receipts. When I was in Dade County, Miami area last, I got a bill on the bottom. It said SAB tax. And when I looked it up, it was a spouse abuse tax at a restaurant that serves alcohol. Google it and see what you come up with.
What?
No.
Wow.
I can't believe that myself.
Yeah. In L.A., somebody said that they saw on a Dunkin' receipt out of an L.A. airport, the bill showed a 3% employee wellness charge, adding 16 cents to their $5.95 order. I don't know what I just don't like it. Here's the thing. If you just charge me 3% more and you made a national statement saying we have to raise our prices 3% because we want to make sure that our employees have good health care, that they have opportunities to expand within the company, anything like that. I think Americans would actually look at Dunkin' Donuts and go, I appreciate that. Thanks for being honest. Your 3% isn't going to kill me. We love your products. We'll keep coming back.
Do you have any problem with them charging you 3% more when you pay with a credit card?
Yeah, that sucks too.
Yeah, I think anything like that, Jack. I think anything that you you mean using it as a service?
Yeah, that's common because they pay. I mean, the credit card company gets money, so that's a charge they're passing on to you.
Yep.
Hey, the convenience of using a credit card, it's 3% more.
Matter of fact, I used to ask businesses which is better for them. If I had the ability to pay cash or pay with card, I would always ask the business which is better for you. Is it better for me to pay by card or pay by cash? Because I know that with MasterCard back in the day, they would get it for that percentage for them using it. Yeah. And even though it doesn't sound like much, it's like, what, 1%, 1.5% or something? But when you add that totality up over a year, it could be thousands of dollars.
Somebody said it best. Employers and corporations coming up with every idea to keep employees besides just paying employees a fair wage.
Just pay them the money.
And stop nickel and diming the consumer.
And you're one of the biggest, I think one of the biggest franchisee restaurants in the world.
Yeah,
I mean, you're right up there with like Taco Bell and those places. There's so many of these Dunkin' Donuts everywhere in the world.
And not only that, so it's easy for them to say employee retention. Well, spell it out. I mean, if you're taking more of our money, then we deserve to know exactly where it's going.
Right. And somebody just texted in and said most of the Dunkin' Donuts are franchisees. I mean, I don't necessarily not believe that. I think they probably are. But in that same sense, these franchisees are not supposed to do stuff like this. You're not supposed to do stuff like that.
Do you know how many Dunkins there are in the world?
Do you have it on a list that shows where they stand with other businesses?
Nope. But I can look that one up.
You have to assume there are more of them than Starbucks, right? More Dunkins than Starbucks?
Yeah.
Matter of fact, they have to be the number one like coffee shop in the world.
Well, they're older than Starbucks by a lot. Someone also said they went to Chili's the other day and caught where you could click on the percentage for the tip, and it was adding 5% more. So if you clicked on a 20% tip, it totaled the tip to 25%.
And this is on top of that already tip ridiculousness where they remember when they used to start that button with this one to ask you a question. It used to start at like 5, it would go 5, 10, 15%, like up to 20. Now it doesn't even start until 10, and I've seen it start at 15 before. Like your choices were 15, 20, 25, and 30%.
You mean at the counter where you ordered your food and then picked up your food and carried it to the table yourself?
And then they have to do that thing where they don't make eye contact while they swing it around going, it's got a little question for you. Like, we know what the question is.
Right. Exactly.
Stop. Everybody knows. 34,000.
Oh. I'll go 52,000.
13,000.
Oh, really?
Wow. They're 14,000.
Wow.
Okay, ahead of them is Pizza Hut, Burger King, Domino's, and KFC, Subway, Starbucks, then McDonald's.
Starbucks is ahead of them.
Yeah, Starbucks has 40,000.
God, really? Damn, I thought there would be way more Dunkins than Starbucks.
Only 2 more restaurants have more. One being McDonald's, and the most number of locations is Mix You Ice Cream and Tea. And that is a China-based
I was going to say.
It makes sense, though, with the Starbucks because they became places that you went to.
Right,
whereas Dunkin', that third space, Dunkin' never really claimed any of that third space vibe.
You don't chill at a Dunkin'.
No. You get out before stuff goes down.
Yeah, when you get out.
Jack's not wrong.
You get out luckily. Yeah. You get out luckily. Everybody knows. All right, 407-916-104. What?
Hunt Brothers Pizza. Have you heard of it?
I'm not saying it, though. That's for sure. Not a chance. I'm not doing that.
8,000 locations.
Damn, really?
Never heard of them.
Yeah, me either. All right, 407-916-1041. You can always text us at 77031. I saw a really interesting piece about a band that I listen to occasionally. But the whole piece is maybe we didn't look at this band the right way. And I want to know what you think is the most underrated band of all time. I'll tell you what mine is next.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
There's a crash on State Road 434 affecting eastbound and westbound lanes at Orlando Avenue. You're going to run into some slowdowns northbound on Florida's Turnpike approaching County Road 470. A disabled truck's getting cleared up there off to the shoulder. On the major roadways, you're going to run into some familiar delays. No surprises on the roadways affecting your ride here, but if you do see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Truist. When you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. So start feeling like it today. Visit Truist.com/care. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC.
Jim Colbert Show question of the day is brought to us by the Home Builders Network. That's Mike, the home builder, who was talking to him today about the amazing job he did renovating my bathroom. Matter of fact, if you go to Real Radio's Instagram, today I posted the video, the before and after pictures of my new bathroom. Thanks to Mike, the home builder. It's not just bathrooms. He also will fix your roof, gutters, replacement doors, replacement windows. He can do it. If you want to swing by his Altamont showroom at 434 and 436 in the plaza right there next to the Irish Pub, it's the Home Builders Network showroom. He's a guy with over 36 years of real hands-on experience, fourth-generation craftsman and contractor, and that knowledge and experience makes a difference when it's doing the work or hiring the people that he works with to get the job done. This is who you need to reach out to when you need a new roof, new windows, new doors, or a new bathroom. Contact him online at hbnusa.com.
It's the summer clearance event at Greenway Kia, and we're racing to sell 500 new Kias. Every new Kia is clearance priced with savings up to $18,000 off MSRP, with 0% financing now available. We've got one of the area's largest Kia inventories, and we'll make deals other dealers won't. Our friendly, non-commissioned team is here to help. If you're shopping for a new Kia, visit GreenwayKias.com. I'm Joe Rossi, and we want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Example stock TG004814. Negative equity refinanced expires 9/7/25.
Are you stuck with medical bills after an accident that wasn't your fault? I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt, and I'll fight to make sure those responsible pay, not you. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. JustCallMo.com.
For decades, Camtech School of Construction has been the leader, preparing thousands of people to advance their careers as licensed contractors. Check out our seminar, 7 p.m. tomorrow at Orlando Holiday Inn Universal, 5916 Caravan Court. Get legal, get licensed, get Camtech. 800-875-PASS, CamtechSchool.com.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In office, Orlando.
Law and Order Criminal Justice System is back. In Season 2, we're turning our focus to a threat that hides in plain sight.
There's been a bombing at the TWA terminal. Just a chaotic scene.
That's harder to predict and even harder to stop.
That's why terrorism works. It doesn't care who you are.
Open your free iHeartRadio app, search Law and Order Criminal Justice System, and start listening now.
When disaster strikes your home or business, you need more than a quick fix. You need a team you can count on. You need Paul Davis Restoration, serving all of coastal and central Florida. From storm and water damage to fire, smoke, or mold, Paul Davis Restoration is ready 24/7 with the experience and care to get life back on track. They dry, clean, repair, and restore. Fast, professional, and reliable every step of the way. When things go wrong, they do what's right. Call Paul Davis Restoration, serving all of coastal and central Florida.
At Racetrack, you'll find everything you need to get through the day ahead.
The morning hits hard when you get up early. You're obviously tired and looking surly.
Grab some made-in-store breakfast, freshly ground coffee, ice-cold drinks, delicious hot food, and snacks all in one stop.
The day is long and can feel like a grind, but you'll get fully stocked and everything will be fine.
Racetrack is here to keep you going.
An all-day haul to get you through.
Racetrack, whatever gets you going.
William is one of millions of Americans who uses GoodRx to save on the cost of their prescriptions.
My oldest daughter, Camilla, 2 days old, she had to have open heart surgery. All of a sudden, she's on 5 different medications. It adds up at the end of the month. Me and the pharmacist got so tight. She said, GoodRx save you a lot of money. Saving that extra $200-300 a month. We're able to do all these extra activities, so it puts less stress on our household, and it puts less stress on our pockets.
Download the free app or visit GoodRx.com and start saving today. GoodRx user compensated for their time. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance.
Why are TSA rules so confusing?
You got a hoodie on, take it off!
I'm Manny.
I'm Noah.
This is Devin.
And we're best friends and journalists with a new podcast called No Such Thing, where we get to the bottom of questions like that. Why are you screaming at me? I can't expect what to do. Now, if the rule was the same, go off on me. I deserve it.
Lock him up.
Listen to No Such Thing on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search No Such Thing to start listening.
Discover the new Buick SUVs in stock now at orangebuickgmc.com. We are professional grade.
Real, your group on radio.
I'm vanilla, baby. I'll choke you, but I ain't no killer, baby. She 28, telling me I'm still a baby. I get love in Detroit like Skillet, baby. And the thing about your boy is I don't like no whips and chains, and you can't tie me down.
The Jim Colbert Show, streaming live on YouTube. Watch us talk. Still to come, legal stories and more with Ray Trendley from TK Law. Today at 6:20 on The Jim Colbert Show.
I'm pretty sure that Hunt's Brothers Pizza is like in Circle K's or one of the convenience stores.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think in regards to the gratuity that Dunkin' Donuts is applying to customers, I think it has to do with the way the store itself pays for the employees. Because my stepbrother worked at a Dunkin' Donuts for a little while, and he got paid server minimum wage, but whatever the tips were for that day, he would get at the end of the week on his paycheck. And maybe that's how they do it. I'm not sure. I just know that he would get it at the end of the week.
I agree with y'all 100%. Companies need to pay employees more, pay them what they're worth. Don't take the money from the consumer and pass it to the employee, just pay them. But something I've run into is when you pay employees more, the quality of work goes down for doing the same job, giving them a substantial pay raise. What do you do about that?
You got to be a better manager, buddy. That's the thing. I've heard that argument before. My dad actually told me years ago. It's one of the biggest scams is overtime because when you ask an employee to work more than 40 hours, science has proven that you're paying after that 40 hours, you're paying 50% more to your employee. Instead of 20, you're paying 30, and you're actually getting less work because it was proven that overtime hours, it's a pretty significant
diminishing
drop.
returns.
Yeah, pretty significant drop in productivity after that. So I kind of know what he's talking about. It is, but we're not talking about $25 or $30 an hour. We're talking about whatever you make at Dunkin' Donuts, which is what, probably minimum to start with, maybe $10, $12 an hour max.
13. I think 13 is the minimum in Florida.
My daughter actually worked there a little bit when she was in high school, and I knew it was a weird spot to work because after day 4, they wanted her to be a manager.
Whoa.
That's a true story. They literally, day 4, they said, "You want to be in management?" I'm like, I haven't even learned the frappe machine yet.
You can identify people who work, and people who are intelligent about it, and people who are just at a job.
Yeah. she was definitely not just at the job.
Yeah.
I mean, she took pride in it for sure. Even though it was Duncan, she took pride. She wanted to do a good job,
Yeah.
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
So the piece that I read today was actually in the Orlando Sentinel, and it's based on a Netflix documentary that's coming out called Whip It. And it's a documentary about the band Devo.
Oh.
Now, for the younger people in our audience, Devo is a very kind of they did the song Whip It. Jack, can we play a little bit of that before we get in trouble? But they did this song called Whip It. And they also did another cover of I Can't Get No Satisfaction by the Rolling Stones. It actually got a little juice.
Excellent song.
Not too bad. The original's awesome. Their cover, not so much my thing. But this was like in the 80s. I don't know of a bigger one-hit wonder than this. I mean, would you agree with that?
Yeah, they, let's see what else they had. I Can't Get No Satisfaction, and then they had a couple other songs that are in here under classic alternative.
Right.
Yeah.
And the video of this was in the realm, I mean, like in the very onset of, making music videos, and it was even bizarre.
Mm-hmm.
They had those hats that they wore were actually potted plants.
Yeah.
It was a potted planter turned upside down. They all wore jumpsuits. They were kind of a nerd band. They never got really any credit. They were considered goofy. Well, this whole story from Netflix is like kind of peeling that back and saying, well, they really weren't that. They were really, really good musicians and songwriters just trying to be different. And I thought, maybe that's right. I think they are maybe a little underrated for what they were trying at the time. Anybody that tries to break ground, always gets tagged with that kind of weirdo thing. And in the 80s, I think that was like, along with bands like Missing Persons that had kind of a totally different look. The Plasmatics had a totally different look. It was real kind of futuristic, odd, which was really unique because that was the same time that hair metal was happening. You were coming out of the late 70s, which was just like arena rock. Bands like Foreigner and Journey and bands like that were breaking. So it was this, the long hair, the Les Pauls slung low into these guys that were playing like guitars.
But what's interesting is that a lot of the movies or television shows that you've watched, Mark Mothersbaugh, who's the lead singer of Devo, scored a lot of those theme songs for movies and TV shows. Yo Gabba Gabba.
Yeah.
If you're a parent with a young kid, you know his music.
As a matter of fact, they talked about him making more money writing theme songs for children's shows than he ever made with Devo.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, because of those royalties just keep coming in as those episodes play over and over again. I think he actually said he makes about $1 million a year just from that writing that he did back in the day. But what this kind of led me to think is, like, as you think about bands that are underrated that still had success but weren't really ever considered part of the big lexicon of music, what would that be for you? Mine is immediate for me. For me, it's the B-52s.
Oh, yeah, so great.
For me, it's the B-52s, a band that really never got the respect they deserved because of how unique and quirky they were. They had a really onstage kind of weirdness about them. But I will tell you that the B-52s were certainly one of the coolest bands. I still listen to them to this day.
Oh, yeah?
I still think they're great. I still listen to them. I still think Rock Lobster and Planet Claire, my own Private Idaho, I think all those songs are classic and legendary. And they were doing alternative guitar tunings back then when nobody really knew about it. They were doing stuff that nobody really thought about. It was just, he had that little radio that would make that beeping sound. That was just a Morse code signal thing from a handheld radio.
Really?
Do you remember that, Jack?
Yeah.
You'd get those little transistor radios, and you could switch it to the Morse code thing, and you could actually beep out Morse code.
Oh, I don't remember that.
Like that. And that's what that is in the beginning of I think it's Planet Claire.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Channel Z. So when I skated back in the 80s, my buddy Eulin turned me on to the B-52s. I'd never heard of them. And then, man, just kind of got really into it oddly. And Fred Schneider lives up in DeLand.
Yeah,
sometimes.
exactly.
Yeah, the lead singer. But they never got credit for being kind of cool because they were so kind of quirky in the realm of, like, big rock bands. That thing? That's like a transistor radio. He's just beeping into the mic.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Of course, another big underrated band has to be Kaja Gugu.
Oh, yeah, dude, Rome. I totally forgot about this. Yeah.
And then, of course, their biggest hit.
Yeah.
If you see a painted sign.
Took me forever to learn what she was saying was tin roof.
Rusted.
Yeah.
What is this for you guys? What was your favorite band that like you loved them, but they never seemed to make it out? Most underrated band for you guys? People are texting in like bands like April Wine and stuff. There's like old bands, but man, I for some reason it never.
Dexy's Midnight Runners.
Oh yeah, that's another good one from the '80s. There were.
I always felt like Men at Work were more musician than they really got credit for.
Yeah, we were just talking about Colin Hay the other day, and then
Mm-hmm.
it's funny because Jack talked about an acoustic version of. I can never remember it. But they played it this past weekend somewhere. I heard it, and
Overkill.
Yeah, Overkill, and that's another one. And of course, the irony of them being at the music awards saying "We're the men, we'll see you again," and of course, never heard from those guys again.
But they're really good musicians.
Incredible musicians.
Yeah.
Crash Test Dummies.
Wow, there's a blast from the 90s.
Was that the one that did that? Oh, man, there's a good one, too. But I got to tell you, I don't know if they were underrated, but Jethro Tull.
Yeah, you know what?
Would they have been underrated from that era? Not getting credit because of all the Zeppelin and everything else that was happening?
They were more prog rock, right?
Yeah, but they were huge. I remember I would hear them on the radio. I went to a concert, WNEW's concert on the pier in New York.
Yeah, man.
Just seeing that in the... I guess, that had to be, I was driving, so it had to be mid-'80s.
Thick as a Brick was one of the best songs. That was such a cool song. I'll tell you another band I thought was kind of underrated because they had one of the best guitar players from the 80s, and they never got credit for being that good. They had a big album and one big single, but Night Ranger from back in the day. You know, they had that band, they had that song Sister Christian, but they had two really good albums, but because they were at the end of that kind of hair thing, they never got credit. But that guy, Brad Gillis, played with the Ozzy. After Randy Rhoads died, he played with Ozzy.
Someone said the Scorpions were grossly underrated despite having a ton of great songs.
Well, really, I don't think I think the Scorpions were...
They were all over the place. See, that's the thing. If they were successful...
Right.
What would lead... Okay, so would be underrated they never headlined a tour? They were always good enough, but not... I think the Cult would be one of those bands that is kind of underrated. That they made a lot of really good music, but don't really ever get mentioned in the lexicon of great bands from that era.
So you're talking, as far as a tour being arena rock, being able to headline an arena, because typically, they could go out and do some smaller theaters and stuff, and they've been doing that probably for the past 30 years or more.
Yeah, they have. 40.
Yeah.
Here's a good one from high school days, the Violent Femmes.
Oh, yeah, the Femmes are great, though. But, man... Yeah, you're right. They I don't know about underrated though, because it's weird because all those English bands that came over in the 90s, like Erasure and God, what was the other starts with an N, I can't remember.
New Order,
that's it, Jack. All those bands came over. They hit so hard for about 5 years and then they were just gone.
Yeah.
And those bands still tour and still draw massive crowds because the groups of people that like them were still pretty core and they still love that music.
Do you know, like, one of the reasons they attribute to the success of a lot of those early 80s bands from England was MTV. When MTV launched, it was hungry for music videos, and English bands were producing music videos ahead of American bands.
Right.
And so they had content. And so they were getting played on MTV. Then it just gets a part of the, our regular listening habits.
Right, yeah.
We're more familiar with it now. Then it gets on radio airplay, and it kind of grew from there. I mean, Depeche Mode, New Order, Cure.
Yeah. The Smiths.
Yeah.
Like Peter Murphy.
Yeah.
All those bands. And you're right. And I think Jack said this the other day when we were talking about how younger people are getting introduced to bands that we kind of grew up with like that would still be relevant today because the music is still good, is because of TV shows.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously with Stranger Things and that Running Up That Hill with Kate Bush, that was a song that was made, in 82 or 3 or something?
Yeah.
Although I have seen one of our youngsters in the promotions office. I complimented her on her Blondie t-shirt.
Oh, yeah, man.
A couple of weeks ago, but then I realized I need to pull her aside and say, wait a minute.
That's not her name.
So, well, name me one song.
Yeah, but you know what the funny thing is?
Name me one song.
All those memes are happening because I saw my daughters and those like Target, Led Zeppelin, and AC/DC shirts.
Yeah.
She wore one in high school, and I said, name one, and before I said song, she goes, I don't care. I don't care. I think it's cool. Everybody at school thinks it's cool. I don't need to know a song. I said, you are wrong.
Yeah, very wrong.
So wrong.
Get more street cred if you can name one song. Just say Rapture.
Yeah. Their worst song.
Oh, no.
You like that one?
I love that one.
Yeah.
Plus, it's considered one of the first mainstream songs to have any kind of rap in it.
Heart of Glass is like one of the best songs of all time.
Yeah.
That's one of the best songs ever. Yeah, this is like this is the joint, and she was probably, I would say, if I had to say who the most beautiful woman in rock and roll history, it is definitely Debbie Harry for me. It's not even close for me. If you ask, like, if you were to go, okay, who is the most beautiful woman that ever played or headed up a rock band or any band, it wouldn't even be close for me. It's Deborah Harry. And you could even throw in all the new bands, all the new young girls like Dua Lipa and all those girls. To me, no question, Debbie Harry was way sexier, way better than all of them.
I think she caught you at a good time.
At a good age.
Yeah.
You don't think, dude? You don't think?
When you were no.
Who's
When the
better looking
bank
than
first
Deborah Harry?
opened.
Buddy. I'm not arguing. I'm not saying anything negative about Deborah Harry.
You better not.
I think she imprinted on you because it's when you were getting armpit hair.
Okay, Jack, are you trying to say something?
Yes.
Without saying it, yeah.
The answer is yes.
We know.
And I went stranger on her, too, I'm going to be honest.
My favorite Blondie performance was when she was higher than a kite on the Muppets.
Oh, dude, you can go and YouTube some of her performances.
YouTube her on the Muppets, a children's show. She is so blotto.
And they were like a punk band, you know that beforehand.
Yeah,
so
very much.
She's straight like New York punk.
Yeah,
and
CBGBs.
And you go and listen to this and watch some of those early performances. She is like, she's a bit of a mess back in the day. Like, just didn't care. Just as beautiful as she was, she didn't really. I met her one time. She was dating Penn Jillette. From Penn and Teller. We weren't even in this building yet. We were still over at on Cortland at the very first building that Real Radio was in, and that's when when Penn Jillette was the voice of, is it the Cartoon Network?
Okay.
Was he?
I don't know. I don't remember.
I think Penn Jillette at one point was the voice of either the Cartoon Network or something like that.
Like Nickelodeon?
Yeah, Nickelodeon, something like that. So wherever he was, if they needed voice stuff, what he would do is he would just pop into a radio station, cut that stuff, and they would send it over to the office for him. So turns out they had some changes to make, and he had to come to the Orlando studios to cut some spots for either the Cartoon or Nickelodeon or something like that. Jack will have it here in a second. And he was dating Deborah Harry at the time, and they came in. And it was so weird because Penn Jillette is like 6'7",
right?
And Debbie Harry is like 5'1", and she was bigger then. She as she got a little bit older, she got a little bigger, so she really didn't look like the old Debbie Harry from the Blondie days, but it was still pretty cool.
Very cool.
Very New York accent. Like a very
Cartoon
Network. Yeah. There you go. Very kind of New Yorker kind of accent. Had that brashness that a New Yorker had. And was very sweet, but a little guarded for sure. Penn Jillette was the exact opposite. My man came in just bellowing.
Right.
He had plenty to say. And we've talked to him a couple times. He's a really nice guy. Super smart, too. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Back with trivia. Load them up. It's time.
Real Radio is the news junkie.
They're already calling him the king. He's already officially the king.
This is just pageantry. It's like when a restaurant has a grand opening and you're like, the restaurant's been open for like 2 months.
Yeah, the soft opening. Like there's the
he's
real...
a soft king.
Yeah, he's a soft king right now. He'll become a hard king very soon.
Bet you're looking forward to that.
That sounds different, doesn't
The
it?
News Junkie. Weekdays at 11 on Real Radio 104.1.
This is former Notre Dame quarterback Brady Quinn. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Batteries Plus.
The Jags have decisions to make as they've got to get down to that 53-man roster by tomorrow's deadline of 4 o'clock Eastern. They'll open the season against the Panthers September 7th. Florida QB DJ Lagway will start Saturday when the Gators host Long Island after dealing with a bad calf during fall camp. And Tommy Fleetwood captured his first PGA Tour win this weekend. He grabbed the FedEx Cup and a $10 million first prize. I'm Scott Davidson.
Remember when you had a guy, someone who could fix anything? They're still out there at Batteries Plus with their quick solutions and expert advice on any batteries, from cars to golf carts. Batteries Plus will have you in and out and on your way in no time. Batteries Plus, the experts in charge.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. What a job these guys are doing here in Central Florida. You know, they started in Miami a few years back, absolutely killed it down there, and then came up to Orlando and, man, just hit the ground running, just saving lives left and right. And I do not exaggerate there, guys. They do save lives. So many people that we have gotten to go over to Life Imaging FLA have told us, look, man, if it wasn't for your recommendation and getting over there, this issue that I would have had would have gotten progressively worse and possibly caused me some big issues. And when you consider that 1 of 3 people in this country will drop dead of heart disease, and in some of those cases, the very first symptom you ever know about is the fact that you drop dead, you got to get to Life Imaging FLA because they can find those things with their free heart scan. That's right. Don't dies. You do not take your clothes off. This entire process only takes a couple minutes, so don't wait. Do what I did. Get to Life Imaging FLA and get this free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. While you're there, please ask about their cancer screening as well, because early detection does save lives. Simply pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, and say the keyword free heart scan. That's all you have to do, guys. Pound 250, say that keyword free heart scan. They will connect you in seconds. Make that appointment and take control of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from Iheart Media.
You worked hard for your 401k, but if you've left your job, your money might be sitting in the wrong hands. I'm Jeff Jr. with Trajan Wealth, and it's very possible that the 401k that you have had for years has hidden fees and limited investment choices. But if you're no longer with the company, that 401k may be at the mercy of your former employer. All of these things could be costing you thousands. Rolling over your 401k into an IRA can provide better investment options that align with your long-term goals. At Trajan Wealth, we're fiduciary advisors that are held to a higher standard with no hidden agenda and no hidden fees. Don't let your retirement dollars sit in an old plan, and don't roll it over to your new plan without consulting Trajan Wealth first. Call Trajan Wealth today at 407-213-0000, 407-213-0000.
Advisory services are offered through Trajan Wealth, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor.
Sunnyside Drains.
My shower's clogged. I think it needs to be snaked.
A snake? Where?
No, a plumbing snake.
Is it near me?
I should have called Frank Gay.
I'm hiding under the desk for safety.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
For clogged drains in your home, trust our highly trained techs who aren't afraid of a little snake. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
Are you tired of squinting at screens or maybe fumbling for readers? You know, for over 35 years, Central Floridians have trusted the Filutowski Eye Institute. With more than 225,000 vision correction procedures performed. Stop struggling. Start seeing clearly. It changed my son's life, and it can change yours as well. Simply call 800 Eye Exam and see what you've been missing. That's 800 Eye Exam. The Filutowski Eye Institute. Trusted, local, life-changing.
Grab your tickets now for the Pirates and Parrots Festival August 30th at Evans Park in Mount Dora, featuring the Land Sharks, the ultimate Jimmy Buffett tribute band. The party starts at noon with vendors, tailgating, drinks, food trucks, VIP seating, and good vibes. Go to piratesandparrotsfestival.com.
If you've been in a big truck accident, you need a lawyer that specializes in big trucks. A lawyer who knows all the federal traffic rules that can affect your case.
And who can navigate the complex web of laws dealing with the trucking company, the leasing company, the shipper, and all the other details that can complicate your case.
At Farah & Farah, we've seen it all, and we're ready to go the long haul to fight for you. Orlando.
Summer's winding down, and we know you want to enjoy what's left of it. But before you celebrate this Labor Day weekend, plan ahead and know all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead, designate a sober driver or catch a ride service. And if you are the designated sober driver, commit to staying sober. Celebrate responsibly and remember to drive sober or get pulled over. This message brought to you by the Florida Department of Transportation.
With the iHeartRadio app, your favorite radio station fits right in your pocket. Live shows, news, sports, exclusive music channels, and voices that don't just go viral. They're the voices of your local community. Join the millions who already have it. iHeartRadio, the #1 app for radio.
We all remember that one teacher who made a difference. Now's your chance to say thank you in a big way. iHeartRadio's Thank a Teacher, powered by Donors Choose. Nominate an outstanding teacher in your life to be among the winners of $5,000 to stock their classroom at iHeartRadio.com/teachers.
Mix and match scents to create your own unique scent combo that is as unique as you are. Mix, match, more happy with Gain.
Car crash? Call Klausman. KlausmanLaw.com. That's KLAUSMAN.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Hey, how's it, Ohana?
What up, big dog?
Bro, you coming in hot with the B-52s. It's still one of the raddest bands that ever played music.
Yeah, they're cool.
My senior year of high school, Bob Carr Auditorium. Packed, sold out. You have never seen 2,000 people move in a wave constantly like that they did at that show. I mean, I'm telling you, I've seen a lot of live music, and it's one of the raddest shows ever.
Rad.
Aloha.
Aloha, brother.
Aloha.
Oh my God, April Wine and Sign of the Gypsy Queen was one of my favorites.
What is up, Colbert crew? Hey guys, it's Remy. How you guys doing?
What's up, Remy?
All right, so one of my favorite groups of all. I know I'm a youngster, but my favorite group, my favorite funk group, has to be Tower of Power, and they do not get that much credit as they should. So take a listen to them. Tower of Power.
Yeah.
My brother-in-law used to play with them.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I was about to say, when I said that, I was like, Jack has a connection to that band.
Yeah.
I know that that band Snap. You remember that band from the 80s? Snap?
No.
Was it
Yeah,
Snap?
yeah. We got the power,
Yeah,
right?
we got the power. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That bass player tried to buy my house in Maitland.
Really?
Yeah. They didn't wind up buying it.
Oh.
By the way, people have some very unique attractions. Do you guys thought Pat Benatar was good looking? Pat Benatar had a really odd look for me. I didn't find her very attractive. People were like saying that they like Pat Benatar, Chrissy Hind, Susanna Hoffs from the Bengals.
Oh,
of course.
okay, time out. I'm on board there.
Yeah.
The
Hart sisters. I have to tell you, I have a hot take for you. Here's one. When the Hart sisters were younger, when they first started, everybody liked Nancy, right? The blonde. I was like, man, you guys are missing it. Dude, Ann Wilson, when she was young, she's still a pretty girl, but I mean, back in the day, she was gorgeous. I thought she was way better looking than her sister. But everybody wanted the blonde girl. I didn't think she was that cute. Terry Nunn from Berlin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, not bad at all.
I thought of an underrated band.
Okay.
Cracker.
Oh, that's cool.
I always liked it. Their first album, I mean, every song on it is great. But they've had a couple hits that people would know, like Teen Angst and Low. But they have a lot.
I would say the Presidents of the USA as well.
There's one.
Another good band that's kind of really unique and kind of quirky that made some pretty cool tunes. 3 pretty big hits. 2 are giant. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
And he has the Jackie Sack. What is in it, my friend?
All aboard.
Chugga chugga.
Choo-choo.
Lickety-clack, lickety-clack.
Here we go. It's a Monday. Let's see what we have in the Jackie Sack. How about a pair of tickets to Orlando Pride versus Gotham at Inter & Co Stadium? This happens August 29th. You can get yours at orlando-pride.com. Also, check this out. Here's a little... This band might be underrated. You've heard of Led Zeppelin, right?
I have heard of Led Zeppelin, Jack.
Okay. Now, I have a pair of tickets to Jason Bonham's Led Zeppelin evening at Dr. Phillips Center. This is November 24th. How about that? That'll be pretty cool.
Yeah, save your boy a ticket or two. Pretty please.
I've seen Jason Bonham live a couple times.
Have you really?
I've seen him once with Hart after they did their Kennedy thing, because he played drums for that Led Zeppelin tribute on the Kennedy Center Honors. Then he toured with Hart after that. And I also saw him The Firm with Paul Rogers and Jimmy Page, and Jason Bonham was playing drums for that.
He played
that was in the 80s.
I thought he played in another band as well.
Yeah. Oh, I think he's been in a bunch.
Yeah.
And finally, I dig even deeper. There is another prize in the Jackie Sack today, and it is a $50 Great Greek gift card.
Hey!
Opa. Check this out. September 1st is National Gyro Day, and
It's Gyro!
I knew this was gonna cause a problem. There's like 5 different ways to say this one word, and I'm going with gyro.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
The Great Greek Mediterranean Grill wants to celebrate with you for the month of September. You can enjoy a gyro combo featuring the Great Greek Gyro.
You have to stop. My God.
I said gyro, and then you freaked out.
It's gyro.
Gyro.
Okay.
No, they're going to have to spell it differently if they want me to pronounce it like that.
I don't mind.
Anyway, we're not using this air check. We'll do this again tomorrow. But you can get your choice of gyro, gyro.
Just say it right. It's so easy. And
Fries
you're smart.
Or rice and a medium fountain beverage for just $14.99. Find out more at thegreatgreekgrill.com.
Oh, good job on that one, buddy. That one have worked me over. Yeah. Also, your shirt's got a little too unbuttoned for me, dude. You're showing a little too much chest.
It's
a little too much.
There's only 3 buttons.
Yeah, you got to get that thing up high there, buddy. You got to get it up high. Somebody actually said a band I haven't heard of in a while, Southern Culture on the Skids. You ever heard of those?
Oh,
guys?
yeah.
And by the way, Jason Bonham has played for everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, literally everybody. Deb, who do you like today? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5?
Let's go number 1.
Number 1 is, how about we go Bill? Bill, how you doing?
Doing very well, Jimmy.
That's good to hear, Bill. Would you like to play a little game with us?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it.
Is he the puzzle master? Or is he the guy who's currently writing today's game? Can he be both? Let's find out. It's time for JCS Trivia.
That's right, buddy. Got a good question here for you. 4 answers, but one of these is not true, Bill.
No.
By the way, we have a couple spots if you want to call in, 407-916-1041. Bill, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Here we go, buddy. On this day in 1961, songwriter and musician, actor, wrote one of the biggest hits of the 90s. He inspired a dance craze. One of his kids is super famous as well.
Will Smith.
Oh, no, Achy Breaky Heart.
His mullet is a force to be reckoned with.
Yeah. Billy Ray Cyrus.
Billy Ray Cyrus was born on this day, Deborah.
All right.
Control yourself. All right, buddy. Talking about Billy Ray Cyrus here. 3 fun facts about Billy Ray and 1 line dancing lie. Number 1, Billy Ray Cyrus primarily plays guitar, but he can also play drums, piano, bass guitar, and saxophone. Number 2, Billy Ray Cyrus played baseball on scholarship at Georgetown University, but quit to pursue music. Well, that's a tough one. Number 3, his hit Achy Breaky Heart was the first single to reach triple platinum in Australia. It was translated into 100 languages. Or lastly, he was inspired to take a shot at music after attending a Neil Diamond concert. Which of those is a lie?
Just going to go with number 2, sir.
No, that's absolutely true. Billy Ray Cyrus did play baseball on a scholarship to Georgetown, and he did quit to start a band. He was actually a pretty good player.
Wow.
Yeah. 1, 3, 4, or 5?
Let's go 4.
4 is Dolph. Dolph, how you doing?
Doing good and getting better.
All right, buddy. We're talking about Billy Ray Cyrus. Which one of these is not true? I'll try to make it through them without any mistakes this time. Number 1, Billy Ray Cyrus primarily plays guitar, but he can also play drums, piano, bass guitar, and saxophone. Number 2, his hit Achy Breaky Heart was the very first single to reach triple platinum in Australia. It was also translated into 100 languages. Or lastly, he was inspired to take a shot at music after attending a Neil Diamond concert.
I'm going to go with the second one.
No, that's absolutely true. His hit Achy Breaky Heart was the very first single in Australia to be triple platinum.
Wow.
1, 3, or 5?
Let's go 5.
5. Mark, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, doing great.
All right, buddy. You got a 50-50 shot here. We're talking about Billy Ray Cyrus. Which one of these is true? Billy Ray Cyrus primarily plays guitar, but he can also play drums, piano, bass guitar, and sax. Or lastly, he was inspired to take a shot at music after attending a Neil Diamond concert.
Oh, okay. Flip the coin. It lands on Neil Diamond's head.
No, that's absolutely true, unfortunately. He was inspired to go into music after being at a Neil Diamond show when he was like 11 or 12 or something.
That's a 50-50 fail.
All right.
That is.
Okay, 1 or 3?
Oh, Sophie's choice.
Sophie's choice.
Let's go 3.
Sean, how you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good, buddy. We're talking about Billy Ray Cyrus. Is this true or not? Billy Ray primarily plays guitar, but he can also play drums, bass, piano, and sax.
I'm going to go with a guess here, but I'm going to say it's not true.
Yeah, buddy. You're a winner, buddy. I'm going to put you on hold. Yeah, I think Billy Ray's pretty much a guitar, and I think he plays a little piano. That's pretty much about it. A couple other things. Boy, I got to tell you, that guy's life has taken that's maybe one of the biggest roller coasters in. Like, how many people have had 2 one-hit wonders?
Well,
that's kind of wild, right?
Yeah, I don't think you can you?
Because he had Achy Breaky Heart, and then down the road had that, what's that? That one he did
with Lil Nas
X. Yeah. I mean, it's kind of wild, his career. And, of course, he blames Disney for ruining his family, by the way.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, a couple other things you may not know about him. When he and his wife Tish were having marital problems, and they weren't living together, where would they meet so they could have private conversations without being seen?
Buc-ee's.
No, in a restroom.
The L.A. Pet Cemetery.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. He was discovered by while opening up for country music legend Reba McEntire. And then lastly here, Dolly Parton is his daughter's Miley's godmother. He's very good friends with Dolly Parton and has known her for a long time. And Dolly is Miley's godmom.
That I knew.
Yeah. Because I think during the Miley thing, I guess she kind of reached out to Dolly, and Dolly made some comments on her behalf or something when she was going through it a little bit.
Wow.
All right, 407-916-1041. Brandon Kravitz up next with sports.
Smell that? It's almost football season. Hear the Tampa Bay Buccaneers all season here on Real Radio 104.1, courtesy of Renewal by Anderson, official partner of the Tampa Bay Bucs.
Keep an eye out for a crash getting cleared up on Longwood Lake Mary Road at Eagle Creek Circle. There's a disabled truck off to the shoulder slowing down traffic on Florida's Turnpike northbound approaching County Road 470 on the major roadways. You're going to be running into some familiar delays. No surprises really affecting your ride this afternoon. But if you do see traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Truist. When you work with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. So start feeling like it today. Visit Truist.com/care. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC.
Now that school is back in session, you know that means the holidays and all that hosting will be here before you know it. Get ready to show off your home with new windows and doors from Renewal by Anderson. One reason is they're customizable. You get to choose the windows and doors you want, not the windows and doors they have in stock. And each product is custom built to fit your home's exact specifications. Here's what Kathy had to say. Our windows look awesome. They did a great job on the installation. Highly recommend Renewal by Anderson. Don't miss out on their triple savings month, $300 off windows and $825 off patio doors, plus 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 12 months. Bonus offer, the first 50 callers get a free TrueScene insect screen upgrade. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to see all of the beautiful products they offer and check out their hassle-free process in 4 easy steps. Again, that's bestwindowsflorida.com. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, license number CGC 1527613.
It's the summer clearance event at Greenway Kia, and the race is on to sell 500 new Kias this month. Every new Kia is clearance price with savings up to $18,000 off MSRP. And when you trade in your vehicle, over 40 Greenway dealerships compete to buy it, meaning you could get up to $10,000 over Kelley Blue Book value. Best of all, our friendly, non-commissioned sales team is here to help, not hustle. I'm Joe Rossi, and we want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Example stock TG004814. Negative equity refinanced expires 9/7/25.
Hey, everybody, make the most of your summer. Visit the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex, the only place where you can meet an astronaut, touch a moon rock, stand nose to nose with the real Space Shuttle Atlantis, and so much more. Plan your visit now, man. So much fun. Come discover something real and then launch into unbelievable adventures at the Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. We're calling all space explorers. You guys can come face to face with real space and cutting-edge innovations of space exploration from NASA. Fuel your summer adventure with their Florida 4-pack offer. All the way up till September 13th, Florida residents can enjoy 4 admission tickets for only $167 plus tax. Explore more and grab your tickets today at KennedySpaceCenter.com.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Do you know Mahatma Rice? A staple in our kitchens for generations. It's now easier than ever with delicious recipes like cilantro and lime and all the homemade taste we love. It's ready in only 90 seconds. Perfect at home, at work, or on the go. Mahatma Rice feels like home.
Eye Candy Energy Drink. The official drink of the summer is here. 3 delicious flavors: original, sugar-free, and sugar-free cotton candy. Get yours at iCandyEnergyDrink.com. Eye Candy Energy Drink.
Thinking about selling your home? Well, hold on to your packing tape. The Nickley Group can sell houses faster than you can find that one missing sock. Get a guaranteed cash offer on your home from the Nickley Group today. Visit thenickleyGroup.com.
Call Nickley.
The Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty.
Hey, it's that mortgage guy, Don. Good news, commercial and SBA loan rates are falling too. Get a quote to refinance your business loan today at thatmortgageguyDon.com.
With that mortgage guy, Don.com.
If you or someone you know suffered any injuries involving a deployed airbag, you could be entitled to compensation. Morgan & Morgan has already recovered millions. Get America's largest injury law firm fighting for you.
Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
A golf instructor who knows technique can improve an aspiring pro's swing. But one who really cares can help transform a career.
There he is, your new champion.
When you team up with someone who knows a lot and cares even more, you're unstoppable. At Truist, we believe the same is true for banking. Truist, leaders in banking, unwavering in care. Truist Bank, member FDIC, leading based on top 10 U.S. commercial bank.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
And we're Anajar and Levine. Experience the Anajar and Levine difference by calling us with any of your legal needs. Call 1-800-747-FREE for a free consultation and take back control of your life.
In Office Orlando.
You're great at protecting your own personal information. You probably even use things like two-factor authentication, strong passwords, VPN. But as much as you try to be in control of how your information is protected, there's lots of places that also have it. That's why LifeLock monitors millions of data points every single second for identity threats. If your identity is stolen, a LifeLock specialist is going to help solve the identity theft issues, guaranteed, or your money back. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code Beck at LifeLock.com. Terms apply.
Let's go! You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at VaxAssist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime. One dime down at RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. Just go to rchill.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got questions after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Make us the #1 preset on your car radio and on the free, new and improved iHeart Radio app. Listen for all your music, radio, and podcasts. Free never sounded so good. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
After Morning Colbert crew, just want to give a heads up out there to any of our Brevardians or anyone traveling through. Big old backup on 95 going south between Fisk and Vieira Boulevard. So just keep a heads out, and if you can avoid that area to get where you're going, do so, please. Big T out.
Thanks, T.
Hey, Brother Jack chiming in. Jason Bonham actually played for the band called Virginia Wolf. They were a support act to the firm while the firm had their 2-album, couple-year touring schedule. I actually saw them, bucket list show, by the way, Ocean Center, Daytona Beach. I think it was 1986 or something like that, but yep, that's where Jason Bonham fits that picture.
Virginia
Aloha,
Wolf
bro.
was his band. They opened up for the firm. Chris Slade, who was
Midnight
with
Oil.
AC/DC. Yeah, he looked like he was the drummer for the firm.
Oh, yeah, very good. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yo.
Every Monday around this time, our buddy drops by from 96.9 The Game to talk some sports. Good and loud for Brandon Kravitz. Brandon in his new slot, just off of his own show. I know it's going well over there.
It is. I feel very relaxed. I was telling Jim and Deb during the commercial break, I have freed up so much mental energy. I used to leave my afternoon show because you do everything yourself, essentially. It just drains you mentally.
Mm-hmm.
And then you go home, and I'm like a zombie creature with my family during the week.
Super
But
positive, yeah.
I feel great. Very happy with the way the show sounds.
Good.
And the vibe that I'm going for.
How was
I feel
your
like we're hitting
How was
that.
your interview with Ice Cube? We got him for a few minutes. I know you got
Ice
him
Cube
as well.
was great.
He's pretty cool.
He's a
huh?
natural. I'm glad that you tipped me off in the hallway. You said he's a slow talker.
Yeah, yeah.
He definitely has his own pace, so
Yeah,
you
yeah.
want to let him breathe a little bit so you don't step on that. But he's got a lot to say. He's a very interesting person. He's highly intelligent, and he's a legend in what he does.
Yeah, yeah.
And he's got a lot of confidence in the league that he built. I was very happy to see the type of attendance that they got this
They
weekend.
had a great crowd for that thing this weekend, dude.
Yeah.
I was not expecting that at all, but that lower bowl was pretty stacked.
And
All
a game winner for Mario Chalmers, too, was a
Yeah.
great way to end it.
Pretty
And
cool.
It seemed like they had a good weekend. I'm glad. I always like when Orlando does the hosting thing well.
And I think that Dwight was the MVP of the All-Star game, was he not?
I did not look up who the MVP of the All-Star game was. But
I think they covered that in the Sentinel. I think they put a big picture of Dwight up there like slamming or something, and they mentioned that because our connection with Dwight.
I
goes
need
back.
to fire up my Sentinel subscription.
You do,
again.
buddy. It's awesome. Well, let's
you know the problem is they don't make it easy to cancel. That's my complaint with the Sentinel.
Yeah, you don't need,
they're the
it's
only
$1 a year. Why do you need to cancel?
They're the only service out there that you have to actually call somebody. I don't want to call anybody.
All right.
I just want to click a button, cancel.
Yeah, yeah.
Would you like? Are you sure? No. Yes, I'm sure.
You
cancel.
and everybody else wants to do that. Unfortunately, they don't believe it should be that way. Well, let's move on. I mean, I know we had some sports actually happen this week. In Orlando City was played.
Yes, they did, and they lost by a lot, 5-1 against Nashville.
Wow.
The loss snaps Orlando's 8-match unbeaten run in all competitions. They were the hottest team in soccer, period, over the last couple of months. But they kind of gave this one away on purpose. You know, not that they wanted to lose, but they didn't put their best foot forward.
Tanking?
A little bit. They're getting ready for Wednesday. That's the big match, and this is the weird thing about MLS regular season coinciding with tournaments that have nothing to do with your regular season and your ultimate goal to win the MLS Cup. But the League's Cup is going on, and I think these teams try and figure out how to kind of play the middle and navigate how much do I actually care about this? Am I playing my best players? But when you get down to the semifinal, you're trying to win.
Yeah, that's right.
And Orlando City plays Miami on Wednesday. If they win that, they're in the final of the League's Cup. And I don't care what the tournament is. It could be the Jim Colbert Cup. If you're in it, you want to win it.
You got to play.
And so
no one wants Jim Colbert's cup.
No, they do. They want two of them.
They've played a lot of soccer lately. I'm not surprised that they gave this one away. It's just unfortunate it ends this great run they had.
But we need a big win on Wednesday. That's the
night.
team we really need to beat anyway because it's the team. That's our rivalry. Would you agree? That's like our interstate rivalry.
Oh,
yeah,
for
it has
sure.
to be, right?
Yeah, they call that the Florida Derby.
Oh, yeah, for sure. We'll talk a little bit of golf. Tommy Fleetwood wins the Tour Championship championship yesterday. And for most people, will not recognize the name Tommy Fleetwood. If it's not any of the big names out there, you're not going to recognize it. But what you do need to know about Tommy Fleetwood is he's one of the most revered guys on tour. And that's not just the American tour. That's also the DP World Tour, which would be the European tour. This guy is one of the most beloved dudes in the entire sport. And he's had so many close calls this year and has played his ass off this year. He gets a lead and then finally closes the door, making pretty much everybody there happy because he's just one of those dudes that you want to see win.
Yeah.
It's a great story.
Tommy Fleetwood was 0 for a career in PGA Tour events.
164 events.
And recently has been playing well, but hasn't been able to take home the win. And this time he kind of saved it for one of the biggest stages
and
possible.
The biggest payday the tour has to offer.
$10 million bag for winning this tournament. And he had to hold off Scotty Scheffler. Scotty's breathing down his neck on the back nine. Scotty actually hit the ball in the water. Very uncharacteristic.
2 double bogeys on that round.
Of him, yeah. And Fleetwood, with a little bit of drama, was able to close it out. Very impressive.
Yeah, it was very impressive. And a good story for a good guy that everybody really likes. And everybody hated to see the heartbreak a couple weeks ago when he lost to Justin Rose, who was one of his closest friends, kind of hunted him down. But still a great story. And congrats, Tommy. That's pretty cool for him.
Yeah, big time.
And then, of course, when football season starts, which is coming up here soon, UCF is kicking it off this Thursday night. And they just announced their quarterback like today or yesterday, right?
The reports came out last week, but nothing official from the coach until today. Scott Frost did mention at his press conference he didn't sound overly exuberant or excited about it. He said Cam Fancher, who's the FAU transfer, is the starter, but he gave the old he's starting the game line. So I think Scott Frost has a trick up his sleeve.
Almost like he won the spot this week.
Yeah, or I haven't actually decided yet, so we're going to let them play this competition out against a team that they're nearly a 20-point favorite against.
Yeah.
I think that's the way that you're going to see this. It's Cam Fancher, the FAU transfer. They have a transfer from Indiana named Taven Jackson, who I think was the favorite for a lot of people, probably financially too, because these guys are getting paid now. And he got paid a lot to come over from Indiana. He was the favorite going into camp. And then you have Jakari Brown, who is your prototypical, he can run like crazy and cannot throw the football.
Right, yeah. Can throw it the length of the field. He just can't hit a target.
So you're going to have packages for that guy. But if you have quarterbacks that can complete passes routinely, then you're going to pick them. And Scott Frost's offense are predicated on that quarterback being a very good decision maker and being able to hit targets down the field. I'm curious to see what happens on Thursday night, but I'm just happy it's here.
Yeah, same. But when we look at the state of Florida, it's so weird to look at the top 10, top 20, and not really see any dominant Florida team up there. I mean, I know that is Florida State got a little juice this year? No, I mean nothing's really happening.
They have mystery juice.
Yeah,
for that guy. But if you have quarterback,
is there anybody? I mean, when you look at Florida colleges, what is the order you're looking at? Because you don't even hear about Florida anymore. Miami has some stuff, but who is the team to watch in Florida this year?
Miami is supposed to be. They're supposed to have the best record. I think Florida is actually expected to have the best team, but their schedule is tough.
Always tough. It's one of the toughest in the nation.
And it just got tougher because they've added Oklahoma and Texas to the SEC, and Texas is the number one team in the country. Florida doesn't play Oklahoma. They do play Texas.
Yeah.
They have a stretch where they go at LSU, against Texas A&M. It's a gauntlet that they face.
But the SEC isn't what it used to be like 8-10 years ago.
It is at the top, though.
It is at the top, but it's not like you had to play LSU, Alabama, Georgia, and even like other teams in the SEC that even before Texas and Oklahoma got there.
I don't know. I think those teams are still pretty tough.
And then you had Florida State to play as well. So you had all those teams. I mean, they're all good, but it wasn't like the dominant. Like when you looked at the top 10, it wasn't like 6 SEC teams and then Notre Dame and Ohio State and Michigan.
I think it comes down to how good Florida is individually, because we can obsess over the schedule all we want. They have to be better than the teams that they face, and they have that opportunity because they have the best quarterback inside of the state. When you have a star quarterback in college football, anything is possible.
Right, yeah.
It can lift an average roster. Well, yeah, but Tebow's had his roster was stacked around him. I don't know how good the rest of this Florida Gators team is. Their offensive line is supposed to be one of the best in the country. That helps a really good quarterback. And Miami is supposed to be good this year, but Miami also benefits from a much easier schedule. So chances are, when you get to the end of the season, looking into the crystal ball, Miami has more wins than Florida. But if Miami played Florida at the end of the year, Florida would be the favorite.
So Florida State's not even in the picture.
Florida State is just a mystery. 2 years ago, they were 12-0. Last year, they were 2-10. So if you just want to play the law of averages game, they should win somewhere between 6 or 7 games. But nobody, and if anybody talks to you and says they have a firm grasp on what FSU is going to be this year, they're lying to you.
Yeah, nobody knows.
They are such a mystery.
Yeah. And then with literally 20 seconds because we're late. But what do you look for UCF this year? I mean, are we going to be okay? Is this a year Scott Frost is back? It looks like, quarterback is kind of a shaky situation. What's the rest of the team look like? I mean, we're going to be okay?
The expectations are tremendously low. I think everybody understands this is a grace year for Scott Frost. So he's basically playing with house money. Scott Frost can't do anything to screw this up. I don't think that there's any record on the bad end that's inconceivable.
Mm-hmm.
So they are not expected to be very good this year.
We're getting eaten alive on the texting service about the FSU take. They said that
one guy yelling, all caps, 10 emails.
DJ Lagway, that's supposed to be some player.
Oh, Florida's quarterback.
Yeah.
He's phenomenal.
Okay.
Florida has a chance to be really, really good.
All right. Well, good seeing you, buddy.
Yes, you too.
You guys give it up for Brandon Kravitz.
By the way, quick giveaway, 10 seconds. I have a final spot in our fantasy draft at Wing House on Kirkman Road this Friday night. I want to give it to a gym member. Just comment, create a post on the Zoneheads group page on Facebook. Say that you're new, introduce yourself, say that you want to be part of the draft, and I will add one gym member to the fantasy draft on Friday night. That's Wing House on Kirkman Road. Thanks, guys.
All right, Bill, we'll see you soon. 407-916-1041. Ray Trunley up next.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
There's a couple accidents to look out for here. The off-ramp's partially blocked from State Road 408 westbound to I-4. There's a crash on the ramp from I-95 northbound to I-4. Getting cleared up there. The left lane's blocked on US 27 northbound at Waverly Road. There's a disabled vehicle off to the shoulder on Florida's Turnpike southbound, just past Osceola Parkway. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by the International Hot Rod Association.
The International Hot Rod Association and Durana Hybrid, where horsepower meets hard work, reigniting the spirit of racing and the power of skilled trades, mentorship, education, legacy. The future on the track and in the trades. Get your tickets now at IHRA.com.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. Time to be a hero. Tell your friends and family about Life Imaging FLA. And look, man, if you have a family member or a friend you think they could benefit from the scan over at Life Imaging, get them over there. When you consider 1 of 3 people in this country will die of heart disease, and in some of those cases, you don't really get any symptoms. You just drop dead. You got to get with Life Imaging FLA. Let them get that scan and tell you exactly what's going on in your heart. If you're like me and my wife, we had perfect scans, 0 calcium score, exactly what you want. But you have any issues, the cool thing is you've caught it early. That is the entire idea. Then you can go to your primary care doctor, start building some therapies and medications that will keep you here for a while. And don't remember, you don't have to be scared. There are no dyes. You don't take your clothes off, no injections. This entire thing only takes a few minutes. So do what I did, what my wife and in-laws have done. Go to Life Imaging FLA and get that free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value. And while you're there, please ask about their cancer screening because early detection saves lives. Here's how you make your appointment. Simply pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250 and say the keyword free heart scan. That's all it takes. Pound 250. Say that keyword free heart scan. They'll connect you in seconds. Then you can make your appointment and take control of your long-term health care. You'll have the option to receive a one-time auto-dial text message from iHeartMedia.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
Our iHeartRadio Music Festival, presented by Capital One, is back in Vegas.
T-Mobile Arena.
Streaming live only on Hulu. A weekend full of superstar performances. And keep listening for the next chance to win your way there.
Capital One is the proud presenting partner of iHeartRadio Music Festival, bringing great products, rewards, and services to its customers. What's in your wallet?
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party. No, you see, you get $150 in bonus bets after your first $5 bet hits.
Did somebody say hit?
Whoa, Ray Lewis? We were just saying if your bet hits.
Huh? You know I love a good form tackle.
We know, Ray. We know.
Hard Rock Bet Sportsbook. Roll with us. New players bet $5, get $150 in bonus bets if you win. Payable in bonus bets, not a cash offer. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 and up and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about gambling? Please call 1-888-ADMIT-IT.
Planning a trip to Orlando? After the rides and roller coasters, keep the fun going at the legendary Cocoa Beach, the closest beach to Orlando. Whether you're surfing the waves, paddling with dolphins, or kayaking alongside gentle manatees, Cocoa Beach is where adventure meets relaxation. So, when you visit Orlando, don't just stop at the theme parks. Add some sand, surf, and sunshine to your trip to Cocoa Beach on Florida's Space Coast. Visit legendarycocobeach.com today.
Guarantee Media is giving away 4 days in Jamaica, Bahamas, or Punta Cana with hotel and airfare included for just $99. If you're one of the 50 listeners who can name a country without the letter A in its name, you'll be off to a vacation in the Caribbean. Text your answer to 96551. That's 96551, and you'll get 4 days in Jamaica, Bahamas, or Punta Cana with hotel fare included. Be one of the first 50 to text the name of a country without the letter A in its name, and you'll go on a 4-day vacation to the Caribbean. Your answer to 96551. 96551. Name a country without the letter A in its name and get 4 days in the Caribbean with hotel and airfare included for only $99. Text your answer to 96551. 96551. This promotion is paid for by Guarantee Media to solicit vacation ownership sales and is not affiliated with iHeartMedia. Terms and conditions apply.
What's up, people? It's Russ Rollins from the Monsters. Teddy Morris's Daytona Harley-Davidson has your $89 oil change to get you all geared up and ready for Triketoberfest and Biketoberfest. October is packed with vendors and concerts. It's got custom bikes and miles of beautiful scenery. That's out in Daytona. The best part, the Monsters in the Morning, broadcasting live. That's right, all the action live Thursday, October the 16th with a live broadcast. No matter what you ride, we want to welcome you to Triketoberfest and Biketoberfest at Teddy Morris's Daytona Harley-Davidson. Let's ride.
Life is busy. Luckily, Racetrack's here to keep you on track every day.
Running around and the time makes you nervous. Are you still a mom or just a taxi service?
With ice cold drinks, hot pizza, freshly ground coffee, and even Swirl World frozen yogurt for the kids.
The schedule is packed with things that they have to do, but with so much to choose from, you'll find something for you.
Racetrack is here to keep you going.
Racetrack's gonna get you through.
Racetrack, whatever gets you going.
You're still glowing, flirting, grooving. You still got it. But your immune system weakens as you age, making it harder to fight flu, pneumococcal pneumonia, RSV, and COVID-19. Vaccines are a key part of any health routine and help strengthen your immune response. Ask your doctor or pharmacist which vaccines you need. Schedule in minutes at vaxassist.com. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Football is back.
And the season lives on iHeartRadio.
Whether it's fantasy advice
Or venting with your favorite host over that blown call.
iHeartRadio brings you all of it.
From the official NFL Podcast Network.
Welcome to NFL Daily.
To local stations that bring you the games live. This is 24/7 coverage of everything you love about football.
And it all starts now.
Just open the iHeartRadio app
And search NFL
to dive in.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime. One dime down at RC Hill Mitsubishi in DeLand. Just go to rchill.com.
Real Radio 104.1.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Unless you're watching us talk, at Jim Colbert Show on YouTube. Subscribe today.
Good afternoon, the Jim Colbert Show. This is Prince of the Island. Jimmy, I'm in a very quiet place. The car is off. I'm not driving.
Way better.
And I just wanted to say thank you very much because you just made me $50. I had a bet with the guys that you're going to be riled up and be upset when I do a dispatch, and you did just that.
Well.
And Jimmy, there is a period, a small one. Period.
Hey guys, hey JCQ. This is Carol from Port Charlotte chiming in on the beautiful women back in the day. Joan Jett. Joan Jett was my favorite. She was a bad A. She was great. I loved every one of her performances, every one of her songs.
I would agree.
But just wanted to chime in on that. Yeah. Have a good day.
She had a look about her.
Oh no, Jimmy, Jack, and Deb, you got no idea. The best band of the 90s, no one's ever gonna forget it after I say it. My name is Luca.
Oh no.
I lived up on the second floor.
Is it Dido?
Suzanne Vega.
What the boop is that? Come on! Who is Luca and what is she doing on the second floor? She should be on the floor underneath the building.
Okay.
Oh.
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I'm Jim. Deb is there.
Hot take.
Jack is there. Every single Monday around this time, this gentleman drops by to talk what's happening in the world of legalities, law, cases, fun stuff. He runs TK Law, onefirmforlife.com. You guys give it up good and loud for Mr. Ray Trenley.
Hell yeah! Woohoo!
Go Finns.
I miss you guys. Every week I look forward to the next Monday I get to see you.
I swear on my life, when I write my little thing down here every night, I get into the 6 o'clock hour, and I get to write Ray Trenley, TK Law, onefirmforlife.com. It makes me smile.
Aw.
It makes me smile. How you doing, buddy? Good week? Or good weekend, I'm sorry?
Good weekend. I was very productive. I got some family time in there, too.
Nice.
So, overall, very good weekend.
Yeah. Anything, you looking forward to football season coming up?
Yeah, and you know what I figured out? My wife told me this, and she's always right, so I shouldn't fight her on anything. I think I've got a shopping problem when it comes to the holidays.
What do you mean by that?
I went over to Sam's Club with my wife doing our, weekly, grocery haul that we try to do. And
fine choice of establishments, by the way.
Yeah. I love Sam's Club. And they had some Knights football season decorations.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's fall, and I'm like, well, I don't have anything for like this early in the fall. So they had a big inflatable, so it's a big Go Knights.
Oh, Jimmy's going to take that from you.
It's a good deal at Sam's Club.
Yeah, I don't mind those inflatables because you don't leave them up all the time. It's those stupid Christmas and Halloween ones that drive me crazy.
That's the whole reason I'm doing it, though, Jim. That's the whole reason I'm doing it.
Well, then I'm coming by your house with a knife.
That's okay. We got ways to take care of that, too.
Okay. Got a box cutter.
Yeah, so there's got flags, and they had big inflatables. And so I think I mentioned it before, my HOA doesn't really like my decorations, specifically the large inflatables that I have.
Mm-hmm.
So every year I acquire new ones. And for Christmas, I literally have no more square footage. I don't know how much square footage I have in my yard, but I've got a very large yard. And I've run out of space, so I've got some on the roof. I've got some behind the wall, picking up. But so now I'm starting in September for football season. I will now have football season decorations that are inflatables and all over the yard.
Are you a UCF grad?
I am a UCF grad.
I'll be damned.
Yeah.
Wait, did you get your law degree there as well?
No, I went to South Florida for my law degree.
So undergrad there and then South Florida for law degree. Yeah. Do you have a connection to the Hurricanes? Do you also root for them as well? Or
yeah, growing up, going to the Orange Bowl was a big deal. So here's my problem. So I grew up being a Florida Gators fan because that's what my parents were fans of. As I became a high school football player, I became a Miami Hurricanes fan. I went to UCF, and I dated some young ladies from Florida State. So I've cheered for every single Florida football team in the state of Florida, depending on the time you ask me.
How funny.
So I want everybody just to have fun. That's what I've come down to for college football. I just want everybody to have fun.
Well, that's good. I mean, and of course, you're a Dolphins fan.
Right, because, nothing says start your football season off strong, like finding out today that your starting kicker is going to be out for at least the first 4 weeks of the season.
Wow.
So, yeah, that was good news this morning.
Yeah, but they don't play an important part of any team.
Yeah, no. Kickers are not important at all in the game of football.
They're all just flexible.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
What do you have for us today, buddy?
So, big news dropped about 5 hours ago is an appellate court for the federal district that covers Florida. So, it's the southeast region of the United States, Florida, Georgia, Alabama, Texas, the 11th Circuit, has ruled that it is unconstitutional, a violation of the Second Amendment right, to prevent people from being able to buy or possess firearms just because they've got a medical marijuana license.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is huge.
This is brand new.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Well, that was a big reason why, when the card hit here in Florida, man, I knew a bunch of people that really wanted to get it. They're like, man, I do not want to lose my right to be able to carry my weapon at all, ever. And they made that choice because of that. And the funny thing is I remember when that hit, I was like, how are they doing that? That's a constitutional right. And, and they've argued that in other cases for other scenarios that were protected by the Constitution. And I always wondered how that even applied. That's very interesting. What did they use to break that up? Just the fact that it is a constitutional right?
Yes. So let's take 2 steps back. So marijuana is obviously the most dangerous drug that you could be prescribed.
Yeah, no question.
It's a Schedule 1. It's a Schedule 1 drug.
Yeah, it might as well be heroin.
And so we know it's highly addictive.
Yeah.
It creates these bad behaviors in people that lend them to be more criminally active.
Super expensive, majorly addictive, ruining lives daily.
That's right. And so because of that, we needed to put some restrictions in place. And so, so federal legislatures, so the Congress and powers that be in the Senate, they came down and said that, marijuana is going to be classified as a Schedule 1 drug right next to heroin.
Yeah.
Which is right where it belongs.
Right. Yeah. Well, Trump said he's about to change that, though, right?
Yeah.
He's mentioned that. Yeah. I know what you're saying.
People have been saying that for the last 10 years.
But he's mentioned that before. So just recently. So I didn't know if
Yeah. So, and with that being said, right, the law does allow, and the courts recognize that there should be some reasonable restrictions on even constitutional rights, like including the right to possess firearms. So I can't buy a machine gun tomorrow just because I want one, or a tank or a bazooka. And these are all the outrageous examples that people come up with.
Yeah.
But we all recognize that there are reasonable restrictions. I can't buy a Harrier jet just because I have a right to form a militia.
Right, yeah.
And so these are all the arguments that are raised. And so drug usage, because again, obviously it's so dangerous and creates you into a whole different human being, changes your brain, that we lumped marijuana in there. And so when you buy a firearm or when you transfer a firearm, you've got to certify that you are not a user of or addicted to marijuana.
Wasn't it, when that legislation hit, wasn't it almost like oh yeah? Like, so that's why it went through the whole, went through the entire, was the
Charlotte's Web?
Yeah, the Charlotte's Web, but the petition thing, when they get the right amount of petitions to get it back on the bill, a number of, they got the whole medical card thing, and politicians did not want that to happen. Did it almost seem like it was like one of those retribution things, almost like, oh, you want marijuana? Well, yeah, sure, you can have marijuana, but it almost seemed like that, like they were like,
what, in this state?
Yeah, I know.
No.
But it just seemed like it was retribution for people voting for wanting access to marijuana.
Right.
It's almost like the government going, well, well, you won that one, but they added something to it to also make it,
Yeah, I think that's an interesting take, right? Because you definitely could have clarified the law and done it in a way where it definitely handles that. But, what you're separating is a federal issue and a state issue. So we saw this happening in states like, I think it was Arizona, maybe it was New Mexico, one of those 2 states, Oregon and Colorado, maybe, where these were states that were on the early side of adopting.
I think Oregon and Colorado were like 1 and 2 or 2 and 1. I mean, it was right there
for the medical marijuana. And so these attorney generals for these states were saying, bless you.
Thank you.
The attorney generals for these states were saying be careful, because if you do get a medical marijuana card or if you do use marijuana, you'll be violating Florida law. And so I think that first AG's opinion was in either New Mexico or Arizona. It was, I think, 2014. And so we've been talking about this same academic conversation about what being a habitual user of or addicted to marijuana is, and whether or not having medical marijuana qualifies you for that for almost over 11 years now. The courts, and again, it was a really plain reading of the Constitution of the United States, came down and said for this appellate case, this is black and white. There's a constitutional right that says you shall not infringe on the right to bear arms. There's a couple of cases that have come out recently. One about victims of domestic violence, perpetrators of domestic violence being allowed to access firearms, and the other with relation to handguns in New York. And those two cases had this what we call dicta. Dicta is like this extra information that judges put in the opinion, which the court here cited in this 11th Circuit case that says this is as black and white of an issue as can possibly be, and they say that it's unconstitutional. So,
yeah, medically, California and Arizona were the first to pass it in 1996.
Okay.
2 years later, in 98, Oregon, Alaska, and Washington all legalized medical as well. When it comes to recreational, in 2012, Colorado and Washington State became the first to legalize it for recreational use. And then going into 2013, it was Vermont, New Hampshire, Illinois, and it kind of went down the list there as they get into the recreational use.
Well, and I think when that happened is when these AGs started kind of chirping up and saying, hey, we got to figure this out because there's a violation. So at least as it stands right now, in Florida and in Georgia and Alabama and all the states that are in the circuit, it's unconstitutional. It doesn't mean the law has gone away. So you still run the risk of, if you have a medical marijuana card and you purchase a firearm, running afoul of federal law. But I can't imagine anybody being prosecuted for that with this opinion.
Yeah, man.
And then what's going to end up happening now is you're going to have a conflict of laws problem, right? I'm just going to pick a more conservative area. So somewhere in the Midwest, they come back and say, hey, actually, this is
Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. This is going to be a problem. This is a violation of federal law. And now you've got a conflict of laws problem. And that opinion might already exist somewhere else. I'm not sure of it. And then he goes up to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court of the United States gets to decide what's going to happen with this.
Yeah.
And I think with the trend that we've seen recently, that is something that I think could possibly be overturned, because again, it makes there's no. So the idea when you have a constitutional violation like this is you have to reasonably connect the restrictiveness to the language of the law. And there's no connection, right? There's no connection between I smoked a joint and I'm going to then rob a convenience store because I purchased a firearm legally.
And the alcohol argument, right?
Right. I mean, it's the same thing. So, I mean, alcohol is there, but like Jim was saying,
certainly alters behavior far more. Oxy you could be addicted to and use your weapon to commit a robbery.
Perfectly legal, right? If it's a prescribed drug, it's perfectly legal. But
it's prescribed here in Florida too.
Yeah, it is.
Everywhere in Florida.
Yeah. Right. Everywhere in Florida for sure, right. So states can appeal this though, right? Or no?
Yeah, so this is a federal court issue. So the federal court, so the way preemption works, right, is we give the states some rights, but if the federal court or federal laws override that, right? So if the United States laws say you can't drive a red car, right? But then Florida says we're going to make red cars okay. Preemption would mean you've got two laws on the exact same issue. Federal law is the one that stands. So this is a federal law issue,
like the abortion issue.
Yeah,
it's exactly the same thing, right? Federally, that's why it was so important for the what was it, not pro-lifers, but the what's the other one?
Pro-choice.
Yeah, the pro-choicers, to get it to be federal, because then it would cover all the states. Because when you send it back to the states, now each state started making their own laws on something that used to be a federal law. When that was overturned, everything went back to where it was.
And we've always seen firearms as being a federal law issue, just because of some of the more delicate parts about firearms, how you're going to transport them in, how you're going to transport them out, interstate commerce being the big issue.
Or interstate carry. I mean, it's really kind of like the same thing with weed, man, because, I mean, here you go to a state like Michigan or Minnesota where it's completely legal, recreational, do the whole thing. Right. But you can't bring it back to Florida.
Right.
You can't cross state lines with that stuff into a state that doesn't have it. You're breaking the law at that point.
Right. So, listen, this is really big. I think, like you mentioned, the president has been mentioning this for as an issue for a while. I think he might have mentioned it his last term. I feel like this has been an issue that's been existing for a long time, this glaring issue in the law. Because what a lot of people do, right, is they have their spouse get the medical marijuana card, and then they buy the firearms.
Right, yeah.
And this is their workaround.
Right, yeah.
Which, you know...
And what if you already...
I don't really think that should be necessary.
And what if you already legally owned a firearm? You were a card-carrying legal firearm. You had your concealed carry permit. So now I could not get a medical marijuana card, theoretically.
For the medical marijuana card, I don't think they ask you the question about whether or not you've got firearms. It's just
you could get it, but be in potential violation.
Right, yeah, gotcha.
law.
Okay, yeah.
So then if you get caught with both conceptually, you know, you're driving down the road in a crazy rage because you've used marijuana now.
That would be the worst night in a fair line I've ever spent.
I like sarcastic, right?
But you know that's where you get the problems. You got a medical marijuana card on, you got a gun on.
Wow,
that's where the trouble comes.
So we'll be
in.
seeing this in the news cycle tomorrow a lot, right? Because it's a big deal.
Oh, it's a huge deal.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things that we've asked the Supreme Court to take a look at. So
yeah, very nice.
Yeah, we'll see where it goes.
All right, 407-916-1041. Deb got some news.
Yeah, we're going to talk about the Pulse nightclub site is locked down. An accidental officer-involved shooting in Orange County, and we mark a musical milestone. We'll talk about all that next during You Heard It Here First.
All right, let's take a little break. We'll come back to a few more seconds with Ray, get Deb's news, and get the hell out of here on Monday.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Hi there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner with your Fox 35 Central Florida forecast. Well, we're going to see periodic showers and even some storms throughout the day today. Unlike typical August afternoons, a lot of the rain could happen during the morning hours and then continue into the early afternoon, especially south of Orlando. The high today, 89 degrees. It'll be a muggy one. And this pattern will continue for much of the week, although it may be a bit drier Wednesday. Then we're back to the likely storm chances for the weekend. I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Brooks Garner.
This report is sponsored by Staples.
Ryan Seacrest with you, and this is your savings tip for summer. Shop Staples for school supplies as low as 25 cents. Plus, more great deals for teachers and students on top brands and trending styles. Kind of makes me wish I was in school again. Staples, that was easy.
Guys, tired of blurry vision and the hassle of glasses? Well, the Filatowski Eye Institute has been earning Central Florida's trust for over 35 years. They've been doing that with more than 65,000 LASIK procedures performed. And I know that firsthand because my son and my father-in-law were two of those people. And right now you can schedule your free LASIK exam and get $500 off each eye. That's $1,000 in savings if you elect a procedure. This offer is for a limited time, so call now. It's 800 Eye Exam. Do that to get started. That's 800 Eye Exam. It's the Filatowski Eye Institute. Trusted, local, life-changing.
After an accident, you may have an x-ray that looks normal, but you're still in pain. That's because soft tissue injuries like sprains and tears don't show up on x-rays. And if an insurance company doesn't see it, they may not believe you're hurt.
When they don't take your pain seriously, we fight back. We know doctors who are experts in diagnosing soft tissue injuries. They can help us prove that your pain is real, and we'll seek to get you paid for all of your future medical expenses.
Farah and Farah, Orlando.
Here's something most of us don't want to think about, but probably should. Clay Travis and Buck Sexton here for our friend Mike Lester and the team at Talon Wealth Management.
That thing we don't want to talk about is a will. If you don't have one, Mike and his team would like to help you out. They'll start you off with a comprehensive financial plan.
If you are 55 or over and have saved at least $250,000 for retirement, the Talon Comprehensive Financial Plan is complimentary. And when that plan's in hand, you will also receive the gift of a will and trust courtesy of Talon Wealth.
The folks at Talon Wealth are not attorneys, but they work with a group of attorneys who'll provide a will and trust at no charge to you. Reach out at 813-755-5000. 813-755-5000. One more time, that's 813-755-5000. And be sure and tell them that Clay and Buck sent you.
Advisory services offered through Talon Private Wealth, LLC, a SEC-registered investment advisor. The information provided is for educational and informational purposes only and should not be construed as legal, tax, or financial advice.
When disaster strikes your home or business, you need more than a quick fix. You need a team you can count on. You need Paul Davis Restoration, serving all of coastal and central Florida. From storm and water damage to fire, smoke, or mold, Paul Davis Restoration is ready 24/7 with the experience and care to get life back on track. They dry, clean, repair, and restore. Fast, professional, and reliable every step of the way. When things go wrong, they do what's right. Call Paul Davis Restoration, serving all of coastal and central Florida.
It's the summer clearance event at Greenway Kia, and we're racing to sell 500 new Kias. Every new Kia is clearance priced with savings up to $18,000 off MSRP, with 0% financing now available. We've got one of the area's largest Kia inventories, and we'll make deals other dealers won't. Our friendly, non-commissioned team is here to help. If you're shopping for a new Kia, visit GreenwayKias.com. I'm Joe Rossi, and we want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Example stock TG004814. Negative equity refinanced expires 9/7/25.
Joining us on this episode are real Spectrum customers, Monique and Greg. We hear your family is a big fan of Spectrum.
Family of 4, we have about 18 devices last time I counted.
2 teams require a lot of speed. Everything they do is online.
There's gaming, there's streaming. Spectrum is perfect for us. I mean, it just seamlessly connects all our devices with lightning speed.
Sounds like Spectrum is really committed to keeping you connected.
It's amazing.
Millions of Americans take medicine like Ozempic and Zepbound. Many of them are overpaying by thousands of dollars a year. These GLP-1 medications for diabetes, weight loss, and more may not always be covered by your insurance, but GoodRx can help. GoodRx helps you save every month on prescriptions at over 70,000 pharmacies nationwide. Best of all, it's free to use. Check GoodRx to save on GLP-1s. Just go to GoodRx.com/GLP. That's GoodRx.com/GLP. GoodRx is not insurance, but can be used instead of insurance, including Medicare and other federal and state-funded programs.
Need help navigating your will or trust? Visit OneFirmForLife.com today for your free consultation.
Stay tuned to the Jim Colbert Show as we demonstrate our attitude of gratitude. Our thank you segment is sponsored by Life Imaging FLA. Now open. Call pound 250 keyword HeartScan.
Our friends at TK Law want to remind us to look ahead. Do that for your family's future. Looking ahead tomorrow on Real Radio. Tuesday edition of the Monsters in the Morning kicks off at 6 a.m. And on Tuesday, Detective Barb comes in to let the boys know what they should be on the lookout when it comes to Crime Line. Also, don't forget King of Denmark at 10 o'clock. It's a hot hour. 10 o'clock's a hot hour on that show. And also Hot Takes. That all happens tomorrow on the Monsters in the Morning. Look ahead with the team at TK Law. Plan your family's future. Visit OneFirmForLife.com.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Yo, JCS crew, that Never Impossible from Olive Garden is it's a really good deal. I worked there Saturday mornings bartending at the Winter Park Olive Garden. And if you come in, Jimmy, or anybody else, Jack, Deb, I got you on Friends and Family discount.
Oh, girl.
So just come in and ask for Dylan.
Oh, girl, I'm going to crush that, Dylan. Prepare your Alfredo for a murdering because, dude, I can get loose on some down Alfredo sauce. I love it.
Think of your waistline, Jimmy.
That's what I'm thinking of, Deb.
Moment on the lips.
Month on the hips.
Forever on the hips.
Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1, here with our buddy Ray Trenley, TK Law, OneFirmForLife.com. Offices are right there in Altamont Springs. Any legal discipline you would like to shoot this gentleman, he will have an answer for you, whether it be a trip and fall, family estate planning, anything really.
Hey, get a trust.
We got a little bit of everything.
Got yourself a DUI? Give this guy a call.
We'll help you.
Trust Ray with your trust.
Yeah.
I like that.
Any of those things, he can do it.
I
And
also like the Alfredo sauce from Olive Garden, just
Yeah.
in case anybody wants to bring me a snack when they come visit me.
it's surprisingly good. I'm telling you straight up.
I agree.
I've had it at very good restaurants, and I'm telling you, Olive Garden does a damn good job.
The Alfredo, I think, is way underestimated.
I agree 1,000%. So if you want to find Ray, again, that's TK Law. It's a onefirmforlife.com. You can get a consultation on any subject. He's helped everyone out in these rooms. We've all leaned on Ray for sage advice, and he has come through many, many times, has helped me out plenty of times, and my family as well, which we deeply appreciate.
Absolutely.
Deb, what do you have for you? Heard it here first.
It's time for You Heard It Here First on The Jim Colbert Show.
Well, if you need to go to downtown Orlando in the next hour or so, heads up, because the Orlando Police Department has closed off several roads around the Pulse nightclub memorial after a package was delivered to the site this afternoon. Just before 6 p.m. tonight, police and Orlando Fire Department crews began closing off access to a section of South Orange Avenue and part of Esther Street. That's where that controversial crosswalk that's been painted over is located. The package was dropped off outside the memorial and apparently has Walmart branding on it, but it was just simply dropped off.
Let's hope it's just a bunch of sidewalk chalk.
Exactly, exactly, because this comes days after the controversy over the crosswalk memorial that was painted over by FDOT multiple times. All right, this next story. I feel bad for this deputy because an Orange County deputy is on leave after accidentally shooting a man who had called 911 to report a home invasion.
Oh, no.
It happened Saturday afternoon at a home on Shenningham Road in Orlando. Now, when deputies arrived, one of them mistakenly fired his gun as the homeowner was opening the front door. The man is expected to be okay.
Oh,
The four suspects were given enough time to run off. The Florida Department of Law Enforcement is investigating.
Wow.
I just want to make sure I got this right. The officer showed up, discharged his weapon into the homeowner
as the homeowner was opening the door.
While the burglars got away.
Exactly. And then finally, like I said, we're marking a musical milestone, folks.
Hold on, just they're supposed to shoot the bad guys, right?
Yeah.
Recommended.
It is. Here's the musical milestone. Let's see if anyone in these rooms has an idea.
Oh, baby, let's go.
Dude.
50 years.
50 years ago today, Bruce Springsteen released Born to Run. The studio album, first released in 1975, went platinum 7 times, earning a place in the Library of Congress. It comes as U.S. Representative Frank Pallone introduces a House resolution honoring the 50th anniversary of the Boss's iconic album, calling it a way to celebrate the enduring cultural and musical legacy of one of New Jersey's favorite sons. We know who the other favorite is.
I would say America's favorite sons. I mean, even though he's Jersey for sure, I think that dude is.
Oh, thank you.
That's more than just Jersey.
You're talking about Springs.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, the resolution also highlights the importance of federal support for the arts, along with institutions like the Bruce Springsteen Archives and Center for American Music.
Born to Run may be the best road trip or driving song of all time.
My college yearbook on one year, we replicated the album cover.
Yeah. When you put that song on, wind starts blowing your hair.
It was funny that in New Jersey, they wanted to make it the state song until some representatives pointed out that he's actually escaping New Jersey. You're born to run. We're trying to get out.
We're running from the shore as fast as we can.
So they're like, yeah, maybe not. What is that Bon Jovi guy?
And you heard it here first on the Jim Colbert Show.
That's two pretty good guys to have from your state. I mean, you're talking about musical success.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Bon Jovi and Bruce Springsteen.
Throwing some Sinatra?
Yeah, dude. I mean,
all right.
Not bad at all. That'd be an interesting number.
Yeah.
Like the state that's had the most success when it comes to musical talent. That would be an interesting.
Tennessee?
I would watch that graph.
Yeah, Tennessee would be good.
Tennessee would be good. Texas?
Yeah. Texas, yeah.
Yeah, Florida, not too bad either.
Yeah.
Who do we have to thank today? I figure out where I was there for a second.
We want to thank the friendliest attorney, Ray Trendley from TK Law, onefirmforlife.com.
Sorry for the McConnell moment.
Also want to thank Brandon Kravitz from 96.9 The Game. In case you missed Brandon talking sports, this podcast has already been posted at The Jim Colbert Show. Want to also thank Bam for his quote-unquote movie review.
Oh, yeah.
And we have our teacher of the day. Today it is Katrina Sellers, who teaches at Ocala Springs Elementary School. Always works to make sure each student in her class is made to feel important and cared about. She always goes above and beyond to make sure that every child has what they need to be successful. And if you'd like to nominate your favorite teacher, you can do that right now at iHeartRadio.com/teachers. And then last but never least, Sam Bowen and Candace Rich for running our YouTube chat.
So I just did a quick AI on that. What states do you believe have what their entertainers have made the most money or have had the biggest success?
California
and
Louisiana?
Nope.
New York.
New York is the answer.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And
population.
Texas, Pennsylvania, Illinois come in third, fourth, and fifth, respectively. Who do we have to thank? Or Jack, who do we have to?
Jack, what are we doing here? Yeah, we're going to go to the YouTube chat. We posted a question. Have you or will you go to Olive Garden in 2025?
Oh,
so,
dude.
Have you been there, or are you planning on going now with bringing back the never-ending pasta bowl?
65% say yes.
Not quite.
Oh, really?
Jim, you haven't been there in years.
I haven't.
Really?
34?
I get it every year. I order from my office.
I have taste.
I get chicken Alfredo and salad and breadsticks and get it for the whole office. Everybody loves it.
About 40%.
Leave it to Bougie Jim. 47% said
Hey,
yes.
not too bad. Come on.
Bougie. That's about half.
All right, coming up tomorrow, we'll do What'd You Do That's New. Scott Brown will be in for It's Only Money. Our boy Sauce will be in-house tomorrow, so it's going to be a good time tomorrow. We'll hope to see you then. Let's get out of here.
Sounds good.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
On behalf of Deb, Jack, and Ray, I'm Jim. We follow the New Chunky. They follow the Monsters in the Morning. After us, it's Tom and Dan with the Corporate Time and our friends from Real Laughs. We'll see you